always about women's business. Always talking about the sisters. Always talking to the sisters. They've got mahrams. They've got walis. They've got their guardians. It isn't you. I mean, I hate to use their terminology, but this is about the most beta thing you can possibly do. Always in the women's section. And the irony is that these are the same ones who are endlessly droning on and on about masculinity. Meanwhile, you can't do the basic thing, the most basic thing that men do as men, which is to ignore women. I mean, I'm sorry, I don't mean that in an obnoxious way, but women have their world, their sphere, and men have their world and their sphere. But meanwhile, you're always trying to weasel your way into the sphere of women, under the guise of nasiha, under the guise of advice. But you're just like a peeping Tom who's trying to justify why he's doing what he's doing by saying that you're just trying to check up on the sisters to make sure that they're safe. No, it's not your business. The men are over here, brother. Meanwhile, you keep sliding your way back to where the sisters are. And this is very disrespectful. It's very insulting to their walis. I mean, let's take this offline, Let me catch you on the street talking to my wife or talking to my sisters about how they shouldn't go out, or they shouldn't go to the gym, or they shouldn't go to school, or you don't like the way they're dressed, or what have you. I wish you would. You better hope that that red pill you took is a painkiller, because you're going to be dancing cheek to cheek with the concrete. Yeah.
Get your life, get your life, get your life, baby. I got mine, why you could serve my mind, baby. Feeling me, that's why they killing me, baby. Get your life. Get your life, get your life, get your life, baby. I got mine, why you could serve my mind, baby. Feeling me, that's why they killing me, baby. Get your life. Run up when you see me, no disguises. Keep that thing with me, cause I don't do surprises. J Chanel, show and tell, all facts, no lies, streak. Get your life, cause I'm the type to come to it that 9 quick. Eyes on me, what you care for? Watching me, baby, care for. If you ain't a fan, where the cameras? Hide in the back with the bellboys. My circle so restricted. Hands raised like it's your religion. When I sleep, pay close attention. Fake friends out here pretending. Get your life, get your life, get your life, baby. I got mine, why you could serve my mind, baby. Feeling me, that's why they killing me, baby. Get your life. Get your life, get your life, get your life, baby. I got mine, why you could serve my mind, baby. Feeling me, that's why they killing me, baby. Get your life.
Focus there.
Watch them cause they after me like a pot of gold. I'm not for play, ask Keisha if you don't know. I'm a little bit cray-cray, approach me, you better be right. If you don't come correctly, you can catch these cans tonight. Eyes on me, what you care for? Watching me, baby, care for. If you ain't a fan, why the cameras? Hide in the back with the bellboys. My circle's so restricted. Hands raised like it's your religion. When I sleep, pay close attention. Fake friends out here pretending. Get your life, get your life, get your life, baby. I got mine, why you could serve my mind, baby. Feeling me, that's why they killing me, baby. Get your life.
Get your life.
Get your life, get your life, get your life, baby. I got mine, why you could serve my mind, baby. Feeling me, that's why they killing me, baby. Get your life.
Get your life, boo.
Good morning, good evening, good night, and good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's your nighttime, right time DJ Music here with another episode of the Chop Shop. Y'all see who we doing today? I told y'all it was going to be one of them LNRs, Loose Ninja Roundups. And the star of the show today, folks, is the one and only Anton Daniels. Give me one or two down in the listening lounge if you folks can hear me right quick. Like, make sure we get this thing off to a rocking good start up off in here before I bring my co-host up off in this piece. One or two down in there. How you doing, Shar? Just as Shar, see you down in there. Folks, come on in before we go any further. I got a one or two. Appreciate that. Before we go any further there, ladies and gentlemen, let me go ahead and say this. Listen, this is not about my dislike or my like about Anton Daniels. This is just all about the stuff that he's putting out for consumption. And as a consumer or someone that might be interested in what product that he has, I decided to take a look, a deep dive into, as I would like to call this, who is Anton Daniels. As you can see, he says he's a guy of many, as they say, a jack of all trades, kind of so to speak. If you're looking at the placard right there, you'll see on the left-hand side there, those of many of his accolades. And let me go ahead and say this also. This is not a doxing session, because everything that I'm talking about here today is right there. All you have to do is Google his name, and everything that you want to know, well, anything that you want to know that's not personal or private about Anton Daniels is right there. His website, you can go and check him out, antondaniels.com. He has his business profile over there. Anyway, he has his business profile over there, all his contact information. What's up there, Black Hawk? How you living, good brother? Good to see you. Good to see you. He has all this things over there. So this is not a doxing session. I remember the last time I went fishing, and I talked about one of these beloved content creators, some folks got mad at me. So again, if you have some comments, if you disagree or agree with what I say, that's up to you. Please, if you leave me a nastygram, you're going to get one back. That's all I can say about that. Again, this is not a doxing session. This is not a teardown session. This is what this man is putting out to the general public. And I feel, for me, I see some flaws in Anton Daniels, quite a few flaws, and I'm not the only one. And I'm going to show you exactly what that, especially this part that he says that show that he runs on Monday. It's called the Millionaire Monday Show or something like that. To me, it's just a glorified gossip show. Before we get any further with that, ladies and gentlemen, let me turn down my background music just a little bit here. Let me slide back on over here, because she has a smaller voice to me, so I got to turn it down a little bit more there. Boy, come on in here, Char Willie. You know what the normal thing is over there. We got some wine and cheese over there, some crackers, some salsa water, different things, some coffee. Help yourself to whatever you want. Say hello to the good folks if you don't mind.
Thank you so much, and hello everyone. How are you?
Mm-hmm. How's it going up there in Chi-Town?
It's going pretty good. The weather is dipping and dapping, We got a high of 50. So, yeah.
Well, all I can say about that is better than the last show we had.
Yeah, we was in the high 40s, and
ain't nothing
you
high.
all made a joke about that.
Ain't nothing high about 40 degrees, okay? All right, stop that.
We take what we can, and this is May, so we're doing good.
Right, I understand that wholeheartedly. But listen, I know that this guy that we're going to focus on is not one of your favorite kind of guys. A lot of
Not at all. And I just, if you check your messages, you may have a little extra treat, for the laughing, for any comedy that you would like to use.
Which messages? Like where they at?
Oh, yeah, you check that messenger. Oh, that's hilarious.
YouTube Messenger or Facebook Messenger?
Yeah, Facebook Messenger.
I need to go.
Nice little treat.
Yeah, I need to go and check it out.
Oh yes, please, please
I'm
do so.
all right. I'm gonna do that. But folks, that's what we're gonna do. I like to call this a loose ninja roundup. They told me to clean up my language a little bit, so I can't use the N word unless I really mean it.
Okay,
So
got
I'm
it.
gonna have, but when you do hear me say it, I really mean it. So right now I'm about to say it. I really do mean this. We about to do a loose nigga roundup. I'm gonna tell you flat out, folks. Listen, I'm not a financial guy. I'm not. I don't make six figures. I'm not perfect.
Hmm.
I consider myself a pretty decent family man. I consider myself a pretty decent brother, friend. But what I don't understand is, for the life of me, is how someone can call themselves a pillar of the community. Sure,
Hmm. Hmm.
we've known each other for a while now. Have you ever heard me disparage women?
No, I can't say I have. I
I'll
can't
point
say
out
I have.
I'll say one, two times I did because somebody got up under my crawl. But for the general part of it, whether I agree or disagree with a lot of women, I will shy away from a conversation other than confront a woman directly, especially on a live stream. Would you agree with that?
Yes.
Yeah. So my question to all you women that follow Anton Daniels, that support Anton Daniels, from some of the stuff that I'm gonna show you folks, how that's just point blank. How do you get
Houseway.
houseway? I don't usually see you say it like that, but houseway, how ladies, how women's, how furlines, however you want to call yourself, how females, how do y'all hear this man speak the way he do about black women in particular, and y'all on a panel with him, key he and ha han houseway? This man says he respects women. He has a wife. Well, let me ask you something, Anton Daniels. Put yourself in my shoes. I'm married to a black woman, or I'm married to a woman in particular, and I hear you saying that the worst thing that could happen to a black man is a black woman. And I look on your panel and I see you surrounded by black women. I look at your cash apps and I see black women cash apping you. I see black women celebrating you. Correct me if I'm wrong, Shar.
Yes, all the clips and everything, I've just been seeing that's been put out there. That's what I see a lot of.
Well, let me address this comment right here. Well, Black Hawk, I don't know. I won't call the man's sexuality into play here. That's not for me to say yay or nay. It's everybody has their opinion. So if that's your opinion on it, brother,
I
who
was
am
just
I?
responding to him about that. But I'll go ahead and say it out loud. I think that's just being in a particular church all the time. I think that's where the sassiness kind of comes from.
Well, it's see, and that's another thing. Have you ever used the word sassy in a description of me, Shar?
Oh no. Why would I
Which,
do that?
right? Point. Right. That's my point. Men do not use, and women do not use the word sassy when they are speaking about or to real men. Correct me if I'm wrong, Shar.
No, not at all.
Don't,
Sassy
don't.
was used because of Kevin Samuels. They
Okay.
mentioned the word sassy at that time, but
Okay.
yeah, you don't hear a lot that phrase used.
Right. Kitten heels, kitten boots. What they used to call it.
Kitten heels.
Yeah. Resting. He's resting, folks. I'm not going to talk about Kevin Samuels, but correct me if I'm wrong again. We gonna get to that, my man. We gonna get to that. You see a part of it. You see part of the thing here on the screen. Since you called it to attention, we'll talk about that. Let me ask you something, folks. why you call yourself a pillar of the community would think that it's okay that a guy that's supposed to be a financial advisor, that's going to show you how to make millions and millions of dollars, a rags to riches story, so to speak, think that it's in the best interest of his brand to interview someone that was in jail robbing men of their dignity.
It's just a bunch of nonsense. That's none of this stuff is real. It's just not. But I'm here for, I've got my cheese and crackers
Right.
for
I'm
anything
here for the
that's funny. I'm ready to
right.
laugh. But
I'm here for the
go ahead.
fuckery. Right. I am. That's because that's what it's about. Because it is funny to me. It's absolutely funny how I always say it, Shorty, charisma in the wrong hands is a dangerous motherfucker, ain't it?
It is, and I don't even know if it's that. And I really, don't hear me comment on people in general. Um, what I'm going to speak on is the selling to the Negro. That's what I've seen in the very beginning with the watch and um, robes and all that kind of stuff, the tennis shoes. So that's branded in my head. That's all I can visualize. And that tells me you spending. You don't hold on to, you spend. And
Exactly.
you're selling to the Negro, hey, look at me. And that's how um today is. People sell to the Negro with flashy things. It's just what it is. But 10 years ago, or whenever, I've first seen something on YouTube about him, to today, 2025, it's in our music. Um, our music video, they got the watch on, the rims, the women clapping the cheeks. It's all the same. You have to sell it to the Negro that way.
And you're absolutely right, and that's a tried and true method. One of my favorite movies of all time was Shaka Zulu. I can't count the number of times I've watched that movie. And one part that in the movie at the end when Shaka had started growing old, and he finally confronted one of the British guys that so called himself a friend. So, and he said to the guy, he says, "What did you bring shining for me today? You must think I'm a monkey. If I stick my hand in here, and if I'm greedy. So as long as I don't realize that if I let everything that you put in this jar and take it out one at a time, I'm out. But I'm so greedy, I try and grab it all, and I got a fist. You understand what I'm saying?" And that's what Anton Daniels sells. He sells y'all a pipe dream, and y'all are greedy instead of letting your fist go and knowing that that's a pipe dream over there. Because not everyone. I'm not saying that the man is successful, folks. I'm not saying that he has some kind of success about him. But that's not how you do it. That's not being successful. You got to get your hand out that jar of Anton Daniels. $20, $30, $40, $50 for him to tell you what's wrong with you. I can do that shit for free. Come on over.
You sit on a park bench and ask people as they walk by for free.
Right, right. But that's to me, that's what he's selling. Sharp. What's wrong with me today?
Oh wow.
That's what's he's not there to make any. I have. Are there some success stories? Again, I'll use my old adage: even the sun shine on a dog ass if he hold it upright. So some things, yeah, there is some success stories there. Up there, I'm sure. I'm sure Anton Daniels, in all his glory, has helped out a few people. I'm not taking that away from him. Again, folks, this is not a tear down session. But this is as my man Willie Williams used to say, this is a correction and instruction kind of loose nigga roundup here. You ready to get to this, Shar?
Yes.
Are you sure?
I am positive. Let's
All
do
right,
it.
folks. All right, folks. Let me remove this from the screen again. Fair use. Anton, you said it yourself. Anybody is welcome to review your shit because you review other people's shit. Remember, you said that yourself. All right, so I'm reviewing some content that I saw you on before I get to your actual content. All right, let's start there first. Let me remove this. So, anybody you want to shout out before we get started here?
All the millionaires. I would like to see the books. That's all I have
Right,
to shout
right.
out.
Show me the money.
Yeah, just show me the book, show me the money,
Right.
and then we can talk.
Then we can talk. Other than that, other than that, sit your ass down. Y'all ready? All right,
Ready?
here we go. Here we go, folks.
It's not the men, it's not the younger women, it's the old hag black women. The old hag black women, Celie and them, they tired.
This man said silly and
And so now because nobody want them hoes,
oh, you told Hoppo to beat me.
all they want to do is play with them and trick them off and then send them out to pasture.
Yeah.
These are the ones that they the ones that used to be the house slaves that used to shave massa, and they used to be out there making sure that they keep the other slaves in line. That's what you see from older black women. They so bitter, angry. They don't have no understanding. They don't really hold nobody accountable. They own your team till they not. They was with him when Monique had the opportunity to come on the show, and now they against him.
Oh wow.
And I said this before, I'm gonna say it again. The biggest enemy to a black man is a black woman.
Let's stop right there before we go any further. Y'all heard him say it. He said this himself. He said, say this again. So that means he said it more than once. Hey, ABT, how you doing? But let me just go ahead and say this, folks, right now. I'm going to go ahead and drop the link. Anybody, just like at a rodeo, if you want to join the part of the Loose Nigga Roundup, come on up.
All right.
There's the link, but please, y'all, be respectful. Don't come up here with the extra. Let's focus on this. Y'all know what I'm saying? Y'all come on up there. Let's have some fun. And point out the obvious. Let's not make it personal. Let's point out the obvious. Let's stick to the conversation that we have here. But did y'all hear what he said?
Is this recent? Yes, I just heard that.
Yes, this is recent. This is just a couple days ago.
Oh wow. Okay.
Did-
I heard of something a little bit different. You said black. Repeat what you just said. I want to do it verbatim. What did you just say? What you heard him say?
Well, he said black women is the worst thing or something like that. Go ahead, though. You can correct me.
Okay. So I heard my wife and my daughter is the worst thing. That's what I heard.
Yikes! Yikes! In the way. Anton.
That's what I heard. You said black women. So I immediately said, oh, so he's talking about his family. Oh, okay, I got it. Okay,
Yikes!
continue.
Anyway, what can I say to that, folks? I can stop the stream right now. Enough said. And Shar, correct me if I'm wrong. You are a black woman, aren't you?
Yeah, so we all are. So all of us. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, it's really messed up, And I
Right.
guess the women here too. And Auntie Yanni, tried to tell the women, So I guess, these women are too.
Big
wow.
shout out to Auntie Yanni. She has said it before. A very attractive young lady. I gotta say, there's smart and attractive at the same time. That's a dangerous combination, folks. It really is. That's a dangerous combination, and I don't mean that in a disrespectful way either.
Yeah, she's beautiful, talented,
Yes,
wise young lady. I
absolutely.
just listened to something recently from her. She's talking about therapy. Hey, get your therapy, get yourself together, look at yourself. So shout out to her.
Absolutely. Correct me if I'm wrong. Her and Anton used to be a part of a group at one time. They used to hang out at one time together, didn't it?
No, she didn't hang out, but she knew of a couple of women that did, and she,
Oh.
just got to a point where she asked, "Hey, why would you, tolerate that?"
Right. So she did ask the same question I'm asking now, though, right?
Yes.
Okay. So that's coming from another black woman. Did she ask this yesterday? Sure.
No, she asked this a couple of years ago, and that's how this, the show ended up disappearing.
Okay. So she looked at the other black women that was on the show, basically asked the same question that I asked. And the other black women on the show that used to deal with this guy said, you know what, sister, you're right. We ain't got to do this shit.
Yep.
But y'all heard it. So, Anton, again, I'm being not being disrespectful, but I'm using the words that came out of your mouth. You said older black woman. So let me ask you something. Are you younger? Is your mother younger than you? Is your wife not going to become an older black woman at some time or the other? Is your daughter not going to become an older black woman at some point or the other? My brother. This is what I'm talking about, ladies. And I hope y'all understand. Yeah, I'm talking about Anton Daniels, but I'm directing this stream at those ladies, at those. How many ladies we see on this panel right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, at least 5 ladies, 6 ladies on the panel. What y'all doing up there? To be honest with you, I'd much rather y'all be on a panel full of women having a man bashing session than sitting up there with this. But I digress. I ain't got nothing to do for a while, so we gonna be here. Char, you got anything to do?
No.
Okay, well, let's continue on. Let the fuckery begin.
Say that about black men. They the ones killing
Not a
all the
white
black men.
No, can we reel it in there for real?
It ain't black men.
Let's
It
talk
ain't a black man. It ain't none of
situation.
that. The biggest enemy to a black man, if you ever want to see a nigga with diabetes, hypertension, and high cholesterol, is usually a nigga that's aligned with a woman that is stressing the fuck out.
You know what, though? Yo, Anton got a real big point there. I hate to say this, but in a lot of black families, like a woman will say, like, yeah, I cook for my man. You know, I definitely care to him, but the shit you cooking for him, it shouldn't be for human consumption all the time. Granted, it's good food.
Okay. Let me just go. Yeah.
Let me
folks,
be quiet. Let me go to
no,
the back.
Sit
crunch
your
on my
ass.
crackers.
No, ma'am, not today. Not today. I told you this is a loose nigga roundup. They done kicked up the dust already. No, you ain't running nowhere. Come on. Look here. Did you hear what he said? So listen, does that make sense? If I'm unhealthy, I'm blaming it on my woman.
I'm not understanding why he can't say, well, baby, I don't eat this, that, and other. I eat this, that, and other. And don't you know that before you married her? So I don't get it, but let's go ahead.
Listen, I know they say broccoli is healthy for you, but you can't put that on near a plate of mine. If I don't want it, I'm not gonna eat it. I don't care how you dress it up. I'm from the country. And one thing I'm not is overweight. So one thing I'm not is unhealthy. Got nothing to do with what woman I'm dating or what woman I was married to or what my sisters, my aunts. That's personal responsibility, my man. So what your woman got to do with that? If you don't like what she cooking, guess what? Cook for your damn self.
Oh, you know what? I got something to throw in there. What happened to the women not cooking? Now, which one is it? She cooking or she not cooking? I can't win. Let me go sit down.
Yeah, you roped and tied. Listen, you got to start over. You roped and tied that steer too quick there, ladies and gentlemen. That was 8 seconds on that one. A record. What happened to the women not cooking? I thought that you said they didn't cook at all. I thought that was part of the problem.
Right.
You ready, Sean? You ready?
I'm ready. Go ahead.
Coming out to shoot again. Here we go.
But you should know that you should be nourishing him with better food products. And I'm not gonna lie, in our community, we do have an abundance of unhealthy cooks.
Capping. I need all this capping about black women to stop.
One mic.
I'm gonna talk about the whole entire culture real quick. The whole culture. Let's talk about it. Okay. Whenever the white women came and knocked on these black women doors that the black women were married at and told them, hey, come join this movement because our white tails is getting beat by our white husbands and we need y'all support so we could be able to go and vote. Let's talk about it. Whenever they brought them into Planned Parenthood, where they started killing off all of their own children, whenever they started leaving their own husbands and started putting them on child support and started going to welfare, let's talk about it. All these one black woman, one black woman, black women always want more whenever they don't even know how to just shut up and listen.
Ooh.
I'm confused.
You're gonna make me sit here with
Yes,
this?
ma'am. If I got to, you do. I had to listen to this shit twice. What you mean?
Man.
Listen.
There's so many. Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna be the
That's
gentleman here. I'm gonna let you go first. Go ahead.
You right. Yep, you right. So why are you sitting there? How about that?
That's the only argument that you can come up with because there's no convincing her right now that she ain't right.
Right. So she's right. So what's the point of even talking about it? Because it's doom and gloom. You know, the women have failed. You know, why are they still breathing? I don't know why the oxygen not gone. So it's over with, right? So she wins. The end.
Listen.
Oh my goodness.
I for the life of me, I don't understand that. Now, it's again, there's absolutely no way that you can convince that young lady that was speaking that she was not absolutely correct because she said it was such how do I say what word am I looking for her? She said it with just because you said it with conviction, ma'am, it don't mean shit.
Yeah, I think it's just repetitive. You know, I can if I just sit and think about it, I can write down all the things that's been said over and over again. So that's fine.
Yeah.
If it's true, and I'm okay with that. That's one thing about me. If whatever you say is true and you believe it's true, I just want to know what happens now. What happens May 3rd, 2025?
I don't. I wish. Well, there you have it right there. You took the words out of my mouth. ABT sounds to me like she's been trained well. Now, these are the kind of women that a lot of men like Anton Daniels and a lot of men on these panels like. Me personally, there's absolutely no way in God's green earth I would engage my time with a woman that speaks like this. No way. Not today, not tomorrow, not last week. Because eventually, lady, you'll be in the oh shit, what have I done zone. Let's continue here. She thinks she had a mic drop moment, so let's go.
So
that ain't got nothing to do with the price of tea and
it has
China.
everything to do with how black women don't know how to just stop and get what they need and move on. They want more and more and more and more. And y'all want to get mad when somebody's saying, hey, accountability. Oh no, this ain't about a black woman and da-da-da-da. Baby, listen, black women, it has everything to do with it. Because these white women wouldn't be coming in with these black men if these black women would be holding it down for them the right way and actually shut up whenever they need to shut up and listen to what he got to say whenever he's trying to express himself and open up. And look, 2K, thank you, 2K, thank you.
Call me a cook, and I'm not gonna lie. She is spitting a lot of facts. A lot of chicks, they selfish. They want too much. You can't have it all. You gotta consolidate.
Again, you're right. You're right. So
right,
I guess you're gonna not have a woman because they're like that. So again, it's okay.
Hey, if you like
It's
it, I love
okay.
it. Listen,
It's
folks.
okay.
I know a lot of y'all might not be aware of this the kind of conversations that some folks are having, but let me tell y'all now, this is supposed to be a pillar of the community. It is all right to sit in a panel and hear not only men, but another black woman agree that basically y'all are only there to do their bidding. Men should not have to take accountability for anything they do at any time. It is all up to you, especially you black women, from the way you cooked to the way you the way he wash his ass. He don't do that right. That's your fault. If that's what I'm hearing from the young lady in the bottom right hand corner.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's unfortunate, but that's, like I said, I'm all right with it. I'm gonna sit here and hum till it's
mm.
over.
Just like ABT says, she's auditioning to be the head mammy in charge. I didn't call you that, but you hearing that from another woman, Miss Lady.
She sounds very
I'm only
young, so I definitely it's not believable from her.
well, she ain't that damn young.
Yeah, I don't know how old she is. I just
No,
think
she got to be. I would, from looking at it, she got to be at least 25. At
that's
least that 30.
they're still young for this type of talk, so that's why I'm like, it's
I'm
not
gonna call,
believable to me.
I'm gonna call it what it is. No, thank you. Mm-mm.
If she was
I,
older, then yeah, I can see.
well,
But no.
according to Anton, the older y'all get, the dumber and meaner and nastier and problematic y'all get. I guess it's going to be that, what's that, they'll never grow up. What is that, Tinkerbell? It never was going to grow up. But I'm going to let y'all continue, folks. Loose nigga roundup. Here it is, coming out to shoot.
On one thing, you got to choose one thing. You never go. That's why a lot of them, they stay single forever, because you're in the casino, you constantly playing, and you all out of chips, and now you shit out of luck, and now you complaining about the situation that you in. Get out while you can and stop complaining and stressing out the people around you because you want so much.
Somebody hear me, okay? Don't come tell me about no black women ain't no doing this and doing that. I see it all time and time and time again. I am literally a black sheep where I literally don't even have nobody on child support. You understand me? But yet I'm sitting here watching, oh my, I got this one on child support. I'm getting 3,000. I'm about to go ask for some more. I'm about to get 10,000. I'm about to get this and I'm about to get that. Trust me, black.
Who got that type of money? Stop it. Oh my goodness. What is the average child support? Is it under $300 for the average person?
Right. I think somebody was bragging at one point in time or the other, saying, man, I pay $125 a month in child support. What the fuck? Huh?
This is just too funny. This is too funny. I'm sorry. This is definitely funny.
I told y'all was gonna go get a laugh. I told you.
It's sad, but it's funny because you got to laugh to keep from crying.
Right, and especially when I got comedic relief down in the chat room as well. ABT said, you can tell she getting her head knocked between the washer and the dryer. Damn.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, Annie Mae, have some cake. Annie Mae.
I don't want no cake. Bam.
You're going to have some cake today, damn it. Listen, I don't feel bad about talking about this way because it's obvious Anton Daniels don't feel bad about talking to y'all this way in front of you. So I don't feel bad when I read shit like somebody busting your head down to the white meat between the washer and the dryer. You should have got it upright, but together. That way you would only get hit once. I'm just saying. Goodness. I don't feel bad because y'all let my man talk to y'all like this and you ain't said nothing, so y'all shouldn't be mad at me. Am I right, Short?
Oh my goodness.
All they should be saying is, you right, that's what we saying, right?
Agree, huh?
Yeah, that's it. Let's continue.
Women, they do more than enough. Please sit down and cut the cap. That's all I'm saying.
I ain't mad at it.
About the subject, that was very loud and
down to Shannon Sharp, right? When it comes down to Shannon Sharp, it's a social construct thing.
Yes, from Pop the Balloon, a few seasons. I don't know why you feel like you become this new woman the way you understand and know everything. She was.
See, let me just go ahead and say this. See, ladies, this is another thing. That's the worst thing that y'all can do. Go on these shows like Pop the Balloon and all these other places, because it gives these loose niggas free reign, free access to talk shit about you.
Mhm.
Yeah, again, I'm gonna address the women on this. Y'all make it too easy these days, man. Y'all make it too easy. Now, is there some bottom of the bowl rust-stained women in our community? Of course there is. But for the so-called women, y'all making it too easy, man. I can go on Instagram right now and see ass and titty all day. Y'all making it too easy. Y'all making it too easy for the Anton Daniels and the narrator of this. And if you want to know who it is, folks, I left this link down in the description. You can go and check out the stream itself, or you can go check it out and see whether if you want to share, like, share, and subscribe. I know goddamn well I'm not subscribing to your channel, bro. But let's go.
Spitting facts there. A lot of y'all need to sit down and stop asking for so much.
On one hand, you can say a lot of guys, older guys, are interested in younger women. And why? You can ask that question. But the question that we don't ask ourselves, because we just give you all a pass every single day, which is the whole reason why it's hypocritical, is why do you guys want men that's at the finish line? Because you know that it's not men that's 21, 22, 23 years old, that is your age,
exactly,
that can actually provide for you, that fulfills all of the things that you say that women want. Why don't you guys go for the guys that like y'all, that's y'all age?
Because they want money. Money.
Hold on. He asking me. Majority of the women go for men that are above their age range because they are more financially stable.
Okay. So that makes it.
Hold on. We can all agree to that. But if you understand that majority of those women go for men because of their assets, why put yourself in a position when she's going to target your assets?
All of y'all target the assets. All y'all want something. It does not matter. Some of y'all just want a little bit more than others, but all y'all still require something. I don't think y'all really get that.
Well, isn't that part of being in a relationship, requiring something, i.e. your time? Sometimes your money. Isn't that part of being in a relationship? Tell me if I'm wrong now.
Well, that's how they used to do it. I'm not sure what they're doing today.
Okay. I don't know. I don't know where y'all sped dating at or speed dating, but I think those are the two cornerstones of any relationship: time and money. Because two broke folks together don't do nothing but argue. I don't think it's wrong for a woman to look at someone, whether they're their age or someone that's older, and look for financial stability, because Anton, as a family man, you should understand that more than anyone else. Correct me if I'm wrong. Come on, Miss Lady. Go ahead and finish him up. I know it's one-sided conversation right now. It's a bunch of loose niggas against you, but let's go.
I'll answer that question. That same logic can be applicable to women that's my age too. Because I know that don't stop me from answering my question, because we were having a good conversation. We were having a good conversation. The point is that most men understand, especially that got resources, that they are a target from women that are their age and women that's not their age.
I acknowledge what you said. Now, what I'll say is, between men and women, we always speak about a double standard, right? Genders have different standards. So when men want to be leaders, when men get to choose the women that they get to be with, when men have the choice and the pick of the crop, and then you decide to go get with this woman or that woman or this woman or that woman, be held accountable for whatever happens once you choose that woman.
So we are held accountable.
So why are you trying to hold a woman accountable?
The hypocritical part, listen, Ty, this is what you're missing. We are always held accountable. That is why you see Shannon Sharp getting fleeced for $50 million.
As he should.
That makes
Cool.
no sense.
No, that's not why you see Shannon Sharp getting fleeced for $50 million. You seen Shannon Sharp getting fleeced for $50 million. Sharp, cover your ears for a minute.
Okay, got it.
Shannon Sharp is getting fleeced for $50 million, ladies and gentlemen, because that nigga got pussy whipped. That's just bottom line to it. That 19-year-old girl pussy whipped him. Yeah, he was a target. You damn right. Yeah, if y'all seen, you can uncover your ears now, Sharp. Have y'all seen Shannon Sharp? He ain't the most handsomest fella. He don't speak. I mean, he speaks well, but he looked like he's speaking with marbles in his mouth.
You know, I just thought of something. I have a question.
Sure.
He's not married to this young lady, correct?
No.
So if you date them, you got to pay money. If you marry them, you got to pay money. If you divorce them, you got to pay money. So I think the common denominator is the woman. So the remedy to that, stop dealing with women.
From what I understand, he has on the slide from time to time.
Well, then he should be straight then.
Listen, yes, absolutely. There, ABT. Hey, Angelica, how you doing? Thank you for dropping in. Appreciate you having you here. Yes, ABT. I have seen Shannon Sharp's his history, both in the NFL as well as his life behind the cameras. Listen, that spot that they're over there at ESPN. That's, as some folks say, that is kind of like a mini whorehouse over there. Everybody doing somebody over there in that camp. So Shannon Sharp has never been clean, folks. 2010, he got accused of some rough stuff. This has been Shannon Sharp's history, to be quite honest with you. And let me just say this. I heard, I can't remember the content creator that said this. It might have been Willie D. But Shannon Sharp's worst mistake was going viral.
Really?
That was his worst mistake, going viral with Cat Williams. Cat Williams is untouchable, folks. Cat Williams really is. He don't need Netflix. He don't need to sell out movie theaters. Have you ever heard Cat Williams not sell out a show somewhere?
No, and I haven't even seen anything advertised, honestly.
Every show that you see on Netflix, every time you watch a Cat Williams flick, folks, every time you watch part of Fridays, guess who's getting paid for that?
He is.
Cat Williams and nobody else.
And you know what? Cat Williams, he's not hanging around on YouTube and all that stuff all day.
No. Could you imagine Cat Williams with a YouTube channel?
He wouldn't have time to do what he does, so he wouldn't do that unless he's not doing well and taking some time off. Yeah.
As you're absolutely right, Angelica, and that was just what I was about to come to that. Cat Williams told you what was about to happen to you. Now, folks, if you go back and look at that entire video, over 89 million views. There's no video on YouTube that's done better than that as far as content creators concerned. None. And it's still growing. But there's a particular part when you go back when he says, hey, Sugar Bum, how you doing? Good to see you. When he says, all big dick and whatever will be exposed in 2024. Shannon Sharp said, ooh, I got to take a drink on that. In my world, that's when you know you've been called out.
Oh, wow.
In my world, that nigga just talked about shit about me, and ain't nothing I can say because he ain't wrong. Y'all go back, and for you, for those men that you understand what I'm talking about, and even for some of y'all women, y'all go see for yourself. That was the time that Cat Williams was talking directly to Shannon Sharp.
Oh, wow.
Go see for yourself. He was not talking to the other comedians. He was not talking to Steve Harvey. He wasn't talking to Bernie Mac, rest his soul. He wasn't talking to Ced the Entertainer. He wasn't talking to D.L. Hughley. He was talking directly to Shannon Sharp.
Oh, interesting.
Go back and look for yourself, folks. Again, the content creator, if you look down into the folks that we're reviewing, I forgot to grab his name right quick. It just happened to show up on my timeline when I typed in Anton Daniels, and this showed up a couple of days ago. So I've been watching his streams instead of going directly to Anton Daniels.
Oh, I have another question. What time
Sure.
was this, if you know, this show recorded?
I think it was at night, sure.
Okay, so you got the millionaire in the morning
Yeah.
and the who's sucking and sucking in the night.
Yeah, who
Okay.
who
Is
got
there
my
something in
balls?
the middle?
Right, who got my balls in your? Yeah, he did a 2-hour stream in the middle of this,
Okay. Yeah.
praising
All right.
praising Trump.
Okay. All right. So yeah.
That's a millionaire though. That's what millionaires do.
Sure.
That's what millionaires do. Y'all know that, right?
Oh, okay. All right.
I know I know Angelica. I am, but you know somebody got to do it, Miss Lady. Somebody got to do it. Somebody got to report the news. I'm sure all the news reporters that you see on CNN and all of them, they don't like talking about some of the stuff that they got to talk about, but somebody got to do it, Angelica. Somebody got to bring the pain. Somebody got to bring the humor. Somebody got to bring the, oh, I done stuck my hand in that bag of all shit.
And this is painful too.
Because this is exactly what I said to myself. I done stuck my hand in a bag of all shit when I started watching this stream. Y'all ready for some more?
Yeah, I guess so.
All right, I want y'all to get your shit kicking boots on because it's about to get deep up off in here.
What I'm asking you guys, what I'm asking you guys is, at what point will
Shannon does not deserve to get fleeced for $50 million just because he dating a young chick who an OnlyFans model that was selling herself? He might have made a dumb decision, but $50 million? Come on, man.
any woman be held accountable? It won't.
I hold women accountable in many contexts.
Accountability is like kryptonite to y'all.
Wait, but
My
we're
platform is all about
no.
female accountability. My platform is all about
Okay, name me a woman.
I will say,
Name me a woman.
This is so
Name me a woman that has been held accountable for talking to a younger guy.
Dre Michelle. I called her a whore.
No. Name calling is not the same as losing $50 million.
The basketball player.
No. Name.
Wait a minute. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but aren't the manosphere and the powers that be, ain't them niggas in uproar about Tracy Ellis Ross saying that she don't want to date no older dude?
I think I did see some headlines. I've been busy. I don't have time for all that. So.
Right. Now, me personally, I'll say this. I'll say it because it seems like these niggas are saying any damn thing they want. So I'll say any damn thing I want. I wouldn't kick Tracy Ellis out of Ross for eating a bag of crackers out of bed. Hell no. I think me personally, I think she's aged quite well, like fine wine.
I think so too. She's like a beautiful, mature woman.
Absolutely. I could only imagine coming home to that every fucking day. I wouldn't have had no complaints, folks. Because let me tell you something. When I was married, there was nothing I would much rather be than home. And when I got home, I appreciated what I came home to.
Okay.
What the fuck? I don't know. I don't understand this business because a woman takes care of herself and then she ages gracefully. That niggas like Anton Daniels will say that she done lost her damn mind. And there's correct me if I'm wrong now, but there's been a whole lot of women called out. Wasn't they calling out some of the rappers and Megan Good and all these other folks for dating younger men? Didn't they call out Keisha Cole for dating a younger nigga?
Oh, okay. I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know, but okay.
Yeah. But me in the music business, I hear all this side street shit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. In the music business, like I am, you understand that there was a whole shit. Not only rest her soul, Keisha Cole's mother's passed. They talk shit about her dating younger men. What's one of their dudes that they hold such the highest esteem? Is Scrappy, Little Scrappy's mama. She dates younger men. They eat that up. They say Mama D be holding it down.
Well, I don't know if I guess the young man or whoever doesn't have a problem with it. I don't get it. It goes back to why you care about who's sucking who. I mean, I don't know. I don't get it. I'm about to eat on my cracker, so if you hear me crunch, sorry.
All right. Yeah, enjoy your listen here. No, I did not hear that, Black Hawk. It says here, according to reports, and I'm just saying allegedly right here, folks, but here it says music. Did you hear about Tiger Woods is marrying Trump's granddaughter? I don't know what in the world is going on with that shit, Black Hawk. I don't get it. I do not get it. I got something for that.
You big dummy.
That's all I can say about that, Tiger Woods. Listen, I've always will be, and I was in awe about how I saw that man perform on the golf course, and that was it. That was it. That was the only connection that I ever had between Tiger Woods is the fact that he was out there kicking folks' ass on the golf course. So if anybody's gonna be surprised about that, I can tell you I'm not gonna be one of them. Remember who chased him down and beat his ass with that damn golf club. All right? So let's go. I know. Y'all, get your ropes out.
Calling is not the same
Brittany
as
Renner.
How is she held accountable?
Wait, how do you want us to hold these women we don't encounter accountable?
The same way you doing.
What do you mean? You just said that Shannon Sharp is being held accountable. He's losing his sponsorships. He's getting sued for $50 million. He have to defend himself. Jay-Z got accused by a chick that
women don't have anything.
Those are lawsuits.
Jay-Z got accused by a chick that never even been in the same room as this nigga. And I seen it.
And how long is y'all niggas gonna run on that one off? Okay. She was wrong. She tried to cash in. The bitch got exposed. That's all you can say about that. Move on. That's old news. How long y'all gonna hold on to that one?
I seen women on this panel, some that are still here right now, that were saying that this motherfucker is guilty and he need to be thrown under the bus.
It was
men by default, whether they're guilty or they're innocent, they are always held accountable. What I'm asking is to give me an example of a woman that got held accountable in the same way.
I'm not saying I don't have an example for you. What I will say.
Well, I know Anton Dennis. I can go out of the sports arena. I'll go out of the entertainment. And I'll go to the sports arena. Marion Jones, y'all remember her? She won the gold medals, and they say they found substance in her, some kind of performance drugs enhancer, and then she lost all the gold medals. Wouldn't you call that being held accountable? Just saying. I can give you all kind of examples of young black women and older black women being held accountable for the shit that they did.
They just like the word accountable. That's all at this point. I mean, they just throw it around. It's sunny and warm and accountability today.
That's right. That's what I'm saying. That's that loose nigga roundup. Hey, HT Baldwin, how you doing, good brother? Good brother. And listen, folks, another great show. The other night, HT Baldwin, the classic R&B jams. He does a house mix on Thursday evenings from 11 to 1 p.m. Man, I tell you what, HT, your transitions are on point, bro. That's all I can say about that. They are.
It sure is. And I'd be trying to guess what's next. I'd be like, wait a minute. I'd be like, name that tune.
Right.
Because it's so
point.
Good with it.
Right. Just smooth transition all the way around, folks. If you don't believe me, check it out every Thursday night. Classic R&B jams. The link is down in the description. It goes from 11 to 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Y'all got to check it out. It's a really good show. Really is. But let's accountability. They might as well use. There's nothing I can say about that.
It's just ridiculous at this point. Hold accountable. They're not
yeah,
being
right,
held accountable.
right.
Accountable.
Yeah,
He
that's
he uses the word accountability and accountable as much as the word millionaire, and you need to remove all those words out of his vocabulary.
right. Wait a minute. Isn't there, I know they might not consider her a lady, but wasn't Lori Lightfoot? Wasn't she held accountable for the shit that she did?
Yeah, she wasn't reelected.
Okay, somebody that they love to hate, Tiffany Henry. Isn't she being held accountable for what she did? How is she being held accountable? Say that again, Shar.
What I just say, I don't know.
You
Oh,
about to
they
lose
didn't
your
reelect her,
job.
and she's being what is the FBI, CIA, everybody
She's being
getting ready
she's
to
being
get her out
affected.
of there and
Absolutely.
go to jail.
Absolutely. So let's talk about accountability there, folks. And this business of saying that listen, let me just go ahead and say this about Shannon Sharp. Get this out the way. What he did was not illegal, folks. They both were consenting adults.
Hmm.
But this is a matter of a 56, 57-year-old man that was sleeping with his granddaughter or his granddaughter's age. How old is Shannon Sharp's children? I think they're in their maybe mid-20s, early 30s, somewhere around in there. If they have children, if they had children at 19, 20, 21 years old and they're 30, how old would these children be? Wouldn't be long before they would be a victim of Shannon Sharp. And those that say it's all right.
Yeah, I think what is the lawsuit about? I don't even really know all. It's the lawsuit is about him recording her. Is that what it is, or I'm not sure.
Well, the lawsuit that she came out with is basically no means no, nigga. You
Oh, okay.
violated me.
So what does that? So what all
And I
this
don't
other
think
talk about is going on? Oh, yeah, well, they got
that's the
getting the
bottom
super
line, Sean.
chats and cash
There
app.
is
My apologies. I
right,
forgot.
right. That's the bottom line. And that's my question to all these folks that say Shannon Sharp is right. Just because she's an OnlyFans model, just because she may be a woman of the night, does that mean that means you get the right to violate her? No means no. I don't give a damn what stroke you're in, bottom stroke, top stroke, or mid stroke. When she says stop, guess what you got to do?
STOP. I think maybe there's the desire to do so. I think that's what's going on with all this talk. Probably they want to have the younger woman. Oh, if I had her, she wouldn't be suing me because I would have did her like this and did her like that. I guess maybe that's what the
Oh,
envy is. I don't know. But
sorry. It
continue.
gets a whole lot. Oh, it gets a whole lot worse. We ain't even
Oh
got
my
to.
goodness, let me
When we
put
gonna
myself
get to
back
the
on
good
mute then.
part? Get down to the good part. When we gonna get to the good part?
Because it doesn't happen.
Because it don't happen.
It's fine.
It's off of an accusation. Men lose everything. I seen motherfuckers during the Me Too. Do you know that we had to change our whole corporate policy that a man could not even have a meeting with another woman unless he had another woman with him in an open door in order to even have a conversation because they were losing their jobs without any kind of evidence, just based off of the accusations.
And now let me know when I can go next.
Until we change it, I don't want to hear shit from women, especially these old hags that don't have no kind of vested interest in it because ain't nobody checking for them in the first place.
You just asked us questions. If a woman was 40, what's the youngest she can date? I highly doubt any of us on this panel be, it's okay if a 56-year-old will be dating a 19-year-old boy. No, she's a predator.
Y'all wouldn't call her a predator. You would say, yeah, girl, get that shit.
No, she's a predator.
Sick.
Just like Dre
Cher
and
is sick.
Just like
Cher
those teachers, those older women that had sex with y'all when y'all was younger, they're predators.
Cher is
and that's where I wanted to go to.
Cher and her
why do we have to hold?
Cher and her 70. I don't see you
She's a predator
going to the show.
She's just a
I don't
white
see y'all
predator.
saying don't cancel Cher. I don't see y'all saying nothing. Cher is touring.
Well, let me ask you something. Other than money, what do you think these young fellas is doing with Cher? You really think they knocking Cher's boots every night, Anton? That's a poor example. Do y'all really think that whoever Cher is dating Cher for the coochie? Really? Do y'all really believe that what's the chick's name that used to be the Guess Jeans commercial girl? I forgot her name. I don't know. Do y'all think she was dating that old man and he was bussing down every night? Come on, fellas. Let's use common sense here. Ain't that much blue pill in the world.
Oh, ain't no common sense now. Stop it. There's only cash apps and super chats. That's all it is. No common sense. Sorry.
Listen, I no disrespect to Cher, but the only reason I would be with Cher right now is sure would not be because I'm in love with you, my lady. And that's not just being disrespectful. That's being truthful. The only thing you can do for me, Cher, right now at 76 years old is further my career.
That's fair.
That's it.
Everyone has good for something, a good purpose.
Now, I'm not saying that I want to do my husbandly duties, because I will. I'm not saying I'm going to enjoy it. It ain't going to last long.
Going back on mute.
Why you got that NyQuil over there, honey? I just.
Y'all not
They haven't said nothing about that.
And how come you guys don't condemn these older women that are sleeping with these younger boys every time that happens? What?
Yeah, we don't disagree with it. It's y'all that got problem with it.
Yeah.
No, we don't. So
because the younger guy's gonna bust down the older woman, no problem. It is what it is. She just, she's aged goods at that point. And if she died back down, she knows her value, which is why she has to die back down to get the younger guy, because the guys on her level she don't want. So we don't even complain about it. It's life at that point.
Who raised you? Nigga, who raised you? Wait a minute. I got to find something special for you, my man. I hold on just a second. I got to find something special just for you.
Oh, nigga, please. Nigga, please.
Nigga, please. Are you kidding me? Oh my goodness.
That's really what it is.
We don't say nothing. You never hear about
And those women are predators.
I ain't complaining.
They are predators, exactly.
Wait.
You never hear about the young
He said, "See, I'm complaining."
Don't have a problem with it.
Y'all should have a problem. Those women are predators.
Should be feeling. You can't say that. If we ain't got a problem with it and we just let it fly, it just flew. Y'all mad because the nigga, you saying why he don't want a woman his age? Raise your hand if you want some 60-year-old. Nobody. Of course I won't. You think I work this motherfucking hard to be some 60-year-old?
Wait a minute.
No.
Wait a minute, brother. Wait, I got something for you too. I'm gonna give you one more.
Oh, nigga, please. Nigga, please.
Listen, what about a couple that's been married when they turned 20 years old and they still married in their 60s? Is he supposed to stop having sex with his wife?
I used to say on my channel that I learned that a lot of people don't have experience with some of the things that they come up with, and experience not just having a date, go to the movies and have a bite to eat and drop her off, or in the backseat of a car and those type of things. Those things don't count. I'm talking about where you lay next to that person every day, all seasons, mail come to the house, beard shavings in the sink, toilet seat left up, and the things that she do, whatever that is. Now you got some experience. If you haven't done that, then you
can't talk to me about shit.
Gee, but okay.
Right.
I'll take that.
Right. You can't say shit.
Uh-oh.
Tell him.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Who wants some 60-year-old coochie? I bet you ask the average 60-year-old man, do he want some 60-year-old coochie? He'll tell you, hell yeah, I'll do. Why are you smiling? Because the night's the night.
Yeah, I
Let's
guess so.
get-
Her their 60th birthday. I guess that's it. I guess that's supposed to be it.
Look, Sean,
Okay,
I was just about to say, baby, next year, that's it. But you
that's
59
right.
now.
Get a divorce
You,
now. Don't
the
be trying to
next
get my
year.
money.
That's right. I'm still young and spristy at 60. I'm gonna go find me a 19, 21, 20-year-old because your shit done dried up.
Well, this is something else. Continue on.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Here we go. This
No,
shit is
I want to
wild.
reap the rewards of my fucking business. I want to listen, bro. Y'all women got a marketing problem, and I keep telling y'all these. Y'all need to be calling this nigga a fucking superhero. Why the fuck you trying to sue this nigga for trying to help you broke ass out?
But you see what you say,
I
2K?
agree.
We kind of look at it like that
Yo.
though, because you never see
My
the
nigga 2K is cooking on that, bro. My guy.
young.
Look at
I
these.
know why they call that nigga 2K, because it's in the past. Because that's how niggas used to think. Did y'all hear him say that? She should be thanking Shannon Sharp. Shannon Sharp, my man, you lost millions. Legacy.
I bet
Over
he's
some-
singing Cher's song if he can turn back time.
What? Good segue, Sean. Yeah, I bet he is, though. I bet he is. And Tyrone Davis. If I could turn back the hands of time, I bet you'd have left that young girl alone. Leave that young thing alone. Cooking? What is he cooking with? Surely not with grease. That fire is out, ain't it, Sean?
Yeah, I can't take it.
Older women that are super rich, that are self-made, most of them talk to younger men.
That's a fact.
And they're predators.
Listen,
Don't make him a predator.
most women that got their own bag,
Yeah.
that are successful, that got their own business, that didn't get their money as a result of another man or another man didn't take care of them and get them there. Most women
They're going younger.
that are older deal with younger. So why is it any different from women that are self-made and become successful? Why do they choose to have flings and relationships with younger men?
But that's a minority.
Because they don't like the guys on their level, so ultimately they have to date down because they want that rejuvenated. They've spent their life so long as a guy, they have to move like a guy now. And guess what they're gonna do? They're gonna date down just like the guy's gonna date down.
Maybe it's just me, but I've noticed what this guy is doing. Every time the women start talking, that's when he cuts in. And she's absolutely right. What she was saying, but he didn't let her finish. Nigga.
That's not the
No,
same.
it's just a minority of y'all are self-made.
No, we're not the same.
Why are older women that get successful, why do they deal with younger men?
Because they want the best of the nigga.
Why they don't deal with men their age?
They don't want no washed.
Shoot.
They're predators.
I think they like the. I think they like control. Control.
I'll tell you something. The only reason
It's the sex. It's the
only
sex
reason
drive.
that the majority of y'all are doing the things that y'all doing is because y'all ain't got no choice.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all hear that? The only reason y'all women are doing what you're doing because you ain't got no choice. So I guess Demi Moore didn't have a choice. Wasn't Bruce Willis quite successful? Sure. And people thought she was going to fall apart when Bruce Willis left her. Fucking around with that young dude.
Oh, okay. Well, do they know anyone else? I mean, do they have any aunts, uncles, cousins, somebody, more tangible, not all these Hollywood figures? Because this is just, I'm suffering. I'm really suffering. Listen to this. I can't take it.
I know the worst is still to come, though.
I'm suffering over here. My brain cells. Oh my goodness!
But you're
They're
right,
jumping
though.
all over the place, cooking and accountability. And I can't take it. Help me!
My God! You thought I was gonna suffer through this shit by myself? You thought I was gonna suffer through this shit by myself?
Okay, go ahead and play it. Let me go back on mute.
Lordy.
Most of y'all are trying to survive. And that's why you get with the guy. That's the whole idea behind being hypergamous and getting with the best available option, and why y'all a lot of times go with a guy that is successful. No matter how much money a woman makes, she say, I want a guy that makes equal or more than me. Well, think about this for a second. Barack Obama, at whatever the age he is, regardless of whether we agree with his politics or not, he can get any chick on the fucking planet, and he got to deal with this unruly, crazy woman every day. So you're telling me, because he's doing it because he have to, I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it. Yeah. You're telling me that he prefers to deal with Michelle? And she
you damn Skippy. Hey, Angelica, no, ma'am. I'm not, no, ma'am. You listen, no, ma'am. I'm taking this punishment. I'm taking my punishment like a man. You and Shaw, y'all gonna hang out with me. I done locked the doors. Y'all cannot leave. I knew it. Did y'all hear that?
No, I tuned out. What just happened?
This nigga said. Wait a minute, Shaw. I gotta let you hear this. Let me back up just a little.
Oh
bit.
no, that's all right. I can see it right here in the chat room. He says something about Barack Obama can get any woman he wants, but the women are crazy. That's enough. Okay, yeah, got it.
Yeah,
okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Whatever you say.
Yeah.
They're prisoners.
I think they like control. Control.
I'll tell you something. The only reason
it's the drive.
The majority of y'all are doing the things that y'all doing is because y'all ain't got no choice.
Yeah.
OnlyFans hoe. So if she's a known hoe and you saw a known hoe, would you be surprised a year later she comes and tries to
I would be
No,
surprised.
No, ma'am. And that's a valid point. For all of y'all that want to stick up for Shannon Sharp, that is a valid point. And that's a question that nobody's answered yet. What the fuck was Shannon expecting? It wasn't like he picked the cream of the crop. But the point of the matter is, ladies and gentlemen, no matter what he did, no still means no. He's not being judged on whether what he did was legal. I've come to find out there will be some charges. That's not from me. Go check the news. Out of his own mouth, out of his own fruition, he said, release it. And they released it that says, no, I told you to stop, but you did it anyway. What does that mean? Ain't no woman had to tell me to stop. All you had to do was look like you was bored. The fuck? Come on, Shannon. You know better than this. But you got these niggas up here making excuses for your, I don't know what word to use here. I can't call this indiscretion, because this is not an indiscretion. This is you basically shot your own damn self in the foot over some pussy. Let's face facts and realities, folks. There's nothing more than this. I said it at the top of the show, and I'm gonna continue to say it. Shannon got pussy whipped.
No, I wouldn't be surprised, but if I pay it,
she try to get money out of you. She's a known hoe.
See, listen, you can be a whore with morals. In fact,
a hoe with morals? Are you serious right now?
Y'all gotta let him speak so he can land his plane. If y'all just keeps jump in after every statement, y'all ain't gonna never get the real. You're not gonna get the full context.
I told y'all this before. It ain't the hoes that be fucking people over. It be y'all that be cosplaying as good girls that be fucking the niggas over.
Yeah. Wait. So we don't see. Wait. So these athletes that get baby mamas by OnlyFans hoes, stripper hoes. Yeah. We've seen that repeatedly in this cycle of what we're in. So you're telling me if you had OnlyFans hoes that's willing to do anything for $1, you wouldn't be surprised she's gonna want more money from you in the future? Are you serious?
No, I wouldn't.
Hold on. Want more money doesn't make you a villain. Lying. Lying makes you the villain. That's the problem. Don't act like y'all anti-hoes don't be doing the same.
Facts.
I watch.
What Q not understanding is that whether the woman is in sex work or not, you can be a good girl and still have that heinous heart to where you will F your dude over if push came to shove. Y'all.
Nigga, how did that make sense of what you just said? You could be as good, you still could be a good girl with a bad heart. What do you mean? Health wise? The whole premise of what you said just did not make sense. You could still be a good girl with a bad heart. No, that's called acting, nigga.
Oh my goodness.
Sure. Could you believe what we're hearing?
No, not at all.
Listen, I can understand if these were 19, 21, 22. I'm gonna even say 25-year-olds. These are grown men, 30s, 40s, damn near in their 50s. What you say, ABT? Listen.
All got that in y'all, so it really don't matter the level of profession. Don't get me wrong. Yes, would you not want to deal with someone that is in that type of profession? Cool, just to mitigate risk. But at the same time, all y'all are capable of the same thing regardless of what y'all do.
That's my mama.
That's not my point.
No. I watched my mama take my dad into child support and ask for increase after increase after increase, and wasn't shit happening.
Yep.
Okay? Wasn't nothing new happening, but she wanted more money. So don't act like y'all anti-hoes don't be moving the same fucking way.
That's not the point, 2K.
Y'all just
that's not the point.
Worth 50 million.
No, that's not the point. Granted, yes, hoes can come.
And see, this is the point that I've always bring it. It always goes back to what their mama did. It's always something that their mama either did to them or something that their mama did to their daddy. My man, the mere fact that you said there was nothing new happening is a dumbass statement, but you so stupid that you don't realize it. You are getting older day by day. Your shoe size is not the same. You grow out your fucking clothes every single week.
And were you interested in anything in school that costs money? Because everything costs money. We got this field trip. We got this. You got to join this. You got to pay this fee. So he just telling off on himself. Let me go back on mute.
It does not make sense. This is child's play here. I really do believe, folks, that I am speaking to my sons. I'm correcting my sons, because this cannot be grown men that I'm listening to. There's absolutely no way that you can tell me that you, sir, are in a healthy relationship with any woman of substance. And I'll say that I don't give a damn, married or girlfriend. There's no way that you can tell me that's a woman of substance. No fucking way.
Many forms, nations, they be in churches, okay, but if you know this chick is a known hoe, she's okay moving for what she does for money.
But you know,
why is it least surprisingly that she would look for more money down the line? Come on.
Horse.
Well, if you
I don't think women really was mad at Shannon Sharp. We was disappointed that he got tricked by a teenager. That was my thing. I'm like, yo,
it could have happened if she was 30 or 40. If y'all saying the right things and if y'all listening to this man and doing, bro, usually when y'all start giving y'all body up in the ways unknown possible to man, you letting this man do the baby gravy thing, whatever. Usually when you open that door up, guys really believe and trust y'all. That's what it is. He just believed and he fell for the situation.
Yeah, like you're 56 and you let a 19-year-old trick you out of all these millions.
Again, another great point. You're 56 and you let a 19-year-old trick you out of millions, Shannon. None of y'all niggas realize that. No, Angelica, you know what? I wouldn't. This is a conversation that I would never have to worry about having with my sons, because my sons don't think this way. They really don't.
Yeah, I knew you were using that just as an example, but yeah.
Yeah, my sons don't think this way. And I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. There's niggas, there's loose niggas. This is why I do what I do, because this is a conversation I would not have with my nephews. This is a conversation that I would not have with my sons. This is a conversation that I wouldn't have with my brothers, because we don't see women like these niggas do. We don't.
That's a funny.
Okay, get out, baby dad.
I'm sorry, Shar. Go ahead.
Oh, it's okay. I was just gonna say that was a funny T-shirt idea. HT Ball one.
What did he say? He got
Let
tricked.
me find it. Because I did the
What what
laughing face
what he
after it.
say? He said he got tricked. Is that it?
No, right here.
What am I looking at?
Can you see it? I highlighted it.
Oh,
The
I have the
T-shirt.
no, I have the box in front of it. I can't
Oh,
see it.
okay. You'll
Yeah.
see it though.
All right.
Keep going.
But yeah, but listen. Let me ask you something before I push this button here, Shar. Any accountability from the brothers
Oh
on this
Lord,
media?
not that word again.
I had to.
You don't know these people. You can't do any of that, and people are not even taking accountability of what they're saying, which is a lot of foolishness. So, the word just should not be used at all.
I'm just saying. No, again, Angelica, I know I was just speaking in generalities, and this wasn't the conversation that wasn't directed towards you when I said that. But again, like I said, folks, the men and the young boys that I hang around, this is not a conversation that my brother would have had with his sons, or actually that my brothers that has daughters, that they would not have. What if you brought this to my house? This nigga? That's the conversation we would have with him.
Huh? I don't have no baby daddy. Okay. But yeah, I would condemn those women too. I would condemn them too. Okay.
It's not that Shannon got tricked. The bitch lied. That's just
it wasn't.
That's not an elaborate. Listen, that's not an elaborate plan. It ain't like she told a nigga and he knew. How the fuck was he?
Why should he believe her?
See, here's the problem. See, my thing is Shannon Sharp. He didn't pay her ass enough. $2,500 for a man of Shannon Sharp's caliber. That's fucking chump change. See, if he was giving her damn near $10,000 a month, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
My God, nigga. Wait a minute. Hold on.
That's why I asked you what was the charge, what was the suit for?
No fucking ain't no goddamn way.
What is the 5 fingers say to the face? What? Slap!
That's just what I did. Thank you, Angelica. I remember I had that one. Did you just say that you spend $2,500 on some cheek clapping? I wish the fuck I would.
Well, at least they know that they have to pay. See, they're talking, not even realizing what they're saying.
They're telling on themselves.
They're telling this is what's going on. These men that that man that they're speaking of, he has to pay to play.
Exactly.
And they even have numbers of what it should be to play, because they understand they would do that too.
They understand. They already know what the price gonna be for a 19-year-old little white girl, don't they?
Which goes back to, please don't use that A word. It's no sense of using it.
You mean as in this shit don't add up?
No addition, right?
Listen, they got allegedly they got a little private menu that they pass around amongst themselves. That this how much this chick gonna cost on this night. This is what she go for. Listen, like I said, folks, is there some bottom of the bowl rust stains in both the communities, white, black, in the Puerto Rican community, in the Chinese community, in the Japanese community? Of course there is. This is the oldest profession in the world. But guess what? It would never be a profession, and it wouldn't have made it to this juncture if there was not somebody buying it. Yep. And I know some of y'all gonna say, well, if you take a woman out to dinner and, buy her some smell good or something like that, you basically paying for the coochie. That's a fucking lie.
None of your audience would think like that.
That is a lie. That is absolute lie. I can tell you now, I can go back into the histories of myself. I used to work at this place called the San Francisco Hilton. Used to work in the, because someone said, hey, you should be in this room. You got a voice for answering telephones. I didn't know how to take that at the time, but still. So, but 90% of the people that worked in this room were women. So what I would do as a, dare I say at this time, single man, I would go to the store and get these little teeny trinkets. You know what I'm saying? Sure. Here, this is for
my
you.
goodness. Here you go. Here, here. This will be nice for you. Oh, thank you, Mr. Music.
Yeah, yeah. Or
You
something.
little sly devil, you.
Right. Or, go and, find out that it's their birthday. Of course, everybody would say it's their birthday. Go and say, hey, I know it's your birthday. Let me go ahead and take you to lunch. Or if you don't want to go to lunch with me, here's $20. Go and get yourself some lunch or something like that.
You little sly devil, you.
Shh, don't tell nobody. That's part of the package plan sometime. but those are the things that you have to do sometime in order to part of the game, folks. And I hate to refer to that as the game, but you got to sometimes put yourself out in the position to where it's money and time comes into play. And if you always leading with your wallet to the women, sooner or later you gonna get, as they word that they use, fleeced. Don't you think some of these women know, I don't give a damn what you are. If you ain't got no money, I'm not fucking with you.
Yeah, that's why I forgot what it was. I saw something where a man said we buy things because of women. I think it was an attorney, a divorced attorney, and he said the only reason he bought the car he bought was because of women. It attracted women. So I think the guys know what's really going on.
Yeah. Now, on a personal note here, Shart, listen, you listen to a lot of my shows. I would say I'm a kind of like a smooth, old school R&B kind of guy. Don't you think so? When I pretty much do my shows, I might start off with something hot, little dance or something, but usually towards the end of my middle or the end of my shows, I start tapering it off to that kind of smooth R&B, right?
Yes.
Right. So, wouldn't you say that my audience is catered to women?
Yes. There's no dude is waiting for, oh yeah, Mr. Music, can you turn off the lights? That's my jam.
The fuck?
It wouldn't happen.
Right. Right. No, that's not unlike H.T. Baldwin. When I listen to his shows, I'm jamming. I take myself to the club, right? But when I've gone back and listened to my shows, I'm like thinking, shit, somebody got some coochie tonight if they listen to this. But Shannon, let me tell you something too, brother. Ain't no 19-year-old, I'm over 50, ain't no 19-year-old fleecing me out of shit. Not today, not tomorrow, not next week. Because I already know at 19 years old, I know what you're looking at me for. I ain't got it. I ain't got it like that. I can put something on it.
I got 5 on it.
5 on it. That's
put it on layaway.
Right. Come back next week. I get my check next week.
That's too funny.
Listen, say what you want to. That's how most of y'all niggas operate. Payday.
Okay.
Payday.
It's what it is. Slang.
Tax season just passed. A lot of y'all got some brand new coochie. I know. We almost done with this, folks. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna just go play a little bit of this, and I'm gonna go to the second part of this.
Because
bro, that shit won't never stop, bro. That's horrible. He shouldn't have been in that situation anyway.
Paid her the way she thinks her value is instead of the way he thinks her value is.
Do what you want to do, but it's okay to be smart about it. If you feel like you need a little 19-year-old with your 60-year-old self, cool. Find a 19-year-old that has a plan for herself, has something solid going on for her, somebody that will be a compliment to you. You risking it all for some loose OnlyFans pussy? That says more about you than the girl that you're dealing with, because she already. See, y'all not listening. You so quick to cut me off. Because no, you shouldn't be finessing.
Hey.
You shouldn't be finessing. You should.
And the bad thing about it, what these fellas don't realize, this is a woman telling y'all this shit. Ain't nobody, no man ever told you that shit. You mean to tell me you willing to put all of this on the line for some 19-year-old cooch that got ran through by somebody else? It don't.
Where's that picture of that gif of you got to start using that of Ice Cube in the movie Friday, where he was smoking and he said yes.
Oh yeah,
You gotta use that gift.
I know which way you're talking about. I'm gonna go grab that. This. Hey, Shar, you said you wanted to share something with me. Could you pull it up? Can you share it with me?
Let's see. I got to manipulate it, so I got to send it to myself, and then so it'll be a moment. Give me.
Okay, I'll go ahead. I'm gonna let you work on that. I'll play a little bit more of this. All right.
Okay.
Because I would have to go and open up another window, and I seen the clouds rolling, and you know how it is out here in the country.
Yeah, I got you.
Right. So here we go, folks. Let's roll.
Shouldn't be trying to take advantage of men, but when you are a 19-year-old OnlyFans girl, your lifestyle is just that.
It don't matter the age. This could have happened at any age. I'm just being honest. It don't matter if she was 19 or if she was 40 or if she was 50. It can happen at any age. It doesn't matter when it comes down to women's discernment on how they feel when they get scorned.
Wait a second.
Come on, man.
I'm in a whole lot of nonsense.
Brother man, which one is it? Did they hit the wall at 35? Or are they still finessing you at 30, 40, 50, 60 years old? Wait a minute. Not 60, 59. So it could only those elderly black women that Anton Daniel was talking about that you just said could finesse you. I thought y'all wasn't dealing with them, brother. I thought y'all was only dealing with the younger crowd.
You was on CP time, though.
You should probably zip it yourself. But all I'm saying is, nobody is saying that Shannon is wrong for dealing with somebody that young. Yes, morally, it don't look good. It ain't a good look for him. He's a man of a certain caliber, a certain stature. You should be carrying yourself a certain type of way. I don't understand why that gets so much pushback. You should be wanting to protect yourself and your assets and everything else that comes with with who you are. So aligning yourself with a woman who is clearly a liability. She's not even a grown woman yet. You can't even take this girl for a drink. She's not even 21 years old yet. So you already know the only thing you got in common with her is if she find you attractive, if you find this is just dick and pussy shit. And if that is all it takes, for you to risk it all, no NDAs, no protection of yourself, nothing to.
Let me pause, Jazz, real quick. Usually, all relationships start off on a dick and pussy thing. That's how it always starts off.
Be quiet, sir.
Why? Listen, that's called a one-night stand, sir. You mean to tell me, does it happen that way, that you are so interested in someone that y'all hit it off at the first night and she says, I don't see no reason why not. He say no reason why not. And it blossoms into that. But most of what you just said with the D and P, that's called a one-night stand, nigga, because I know the woman that at one point in time that I was with, I didn't get it the first night. I don't think it took a couple of weeks. Took a little courting. She just didn't throw here. Take this with you. Right, and now, and fellas, let me ask y'all something. So y'all actually asking this 19-year-old girl, OnlyFans, to be responsible. I want you to think about that for a minute. Narrator, Anton, brother on the panel, 2K. Why 2K? Why? Why would you think that this 19-year-old girl could give a fuck about what happened to Shannon Sharp? You think at 54, 55, 56 years old that in 3-4 years that she was going to be fucking around with Shannon Sharp? You think there won't be no more? You think there not going to be any more black millionaires? You think nobody else is going to hit her up on her OnlyFans? I went to visit, and guess who the only follower is on her OnlyFans? I mean, excuse me, not only follower, the only person she follows. Y'all think that's Y'all think that's coincidence? Or maybe she was catching hell from Shannon, talking about why you following him. See, Shannon, I ain't following nobody else. They following me. But I'm not following anybody else, only you. See, it's all about you, Daddy. Now come over here and give me $25,000 per cheek. And he went. And he kept going. And he kept going back. Did y'all forget that part about it? Shannon kept going back. This was not a one-night stand. This was not a one-night relationship. This was a so-called relationship. And like the young lady said, he couldn't take her out in public because the one place that they got filmed in public at, or the picture was taken in public, he tried to keep that under wraps because at that point in time, she shouldn't have even been in there. Just based on her age. Shannon knew that too. This is not a one-off, folks. This is the history of Shannon Sharp. Sharp, entertain the folks here. We're going to let this one go, and we're going to go to the second part. Entertain the folks. Let me go pull up part 2 here, all right?
All right. I don't get it. I mean, the men are approaching the women. They're saying, hey, baby, how you doing? Nice to meet you, or whatever. What's your name? That's normally how it starts. Or you bump into them. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't want your husband to get mad at me and come beat me up. Oh, I'm not married. Oh, okay. And then that's your intro, your way in. So if the guy is the one that approached the woman, and that's how it happened, then how is she responsible for what ended up happening in the end? She accepted his offer, and whatever happened, the day came where she said no, and he says, oh, yeah.
Right.
And now we are where we are. So I don't get it.
And that is the whole point. You're absolutely HT Ball. When she kept going back to up until the point that she said no, that's when Shannon Sharp ran into the problems. And that's what he's not realizing. No matter what you put out, it's on tape, it's on video of you addressing the fact that she told you to stop and you didn't. You cannot get around that part. What you did was not illegal. No, it wasn't. We're not addressing that. Was it immoral? For some of y'all niggas, it wasn't. And y'all see what I'm about to say here in just a minute. Let's go. Y'all ready for part 2?
No. Let me go ahead and knock this out, if you don't mind.
All right, go right ahead, sure.
Okay, so I was able to bring it up. This is a magazine in the UK. As far as the reporting, I can't promise that the information is correct, but you can judge for yourself.
Okay.
February 2025. Everyone sees that. And move on. And this is the description of your morning millionaire man, the middle of the day, whatever the podcast is, and then the evening of talking about who's sucking and sucking. This is him. So they're saying as of 2025, which is now, his net worth ranges between $2 and $5 million. The wealth comes from various sources, including YouTube. I would love to hear more about this business ventures, because that could be anything, So yeah, right. Real estate. Well, real estate. I'm gonna leave that alone. And the stock market investments, that just took a dive, so I'm not sure about all of that. But this is the information that we have here. Just found this and decided to share.
There you go, folks. Again, not knocking down the man's hustle, because you see, he is worth a little piece of change. Okay. But to address this, Shar, you said that he calls himself a mogul. Okay.
Mogul? Sponsorships, various brands. Yeah, right. We saw one thing, some beard wash, face wash. That was it.
some face
Business
wash.
ventures. None of that stuff is mentioned because if it was mentioned, you would offer that to people so they can invest. So I don't believe that. Real estate,
Okay,
that has been proven. People been looking. You cannot find anything out there.
Right, stop right
Stock
there.
market.
Stop right there, Sean. And now, I'm an investor, right?
Okay.
I run into Anton Daniels just by happenstance. I run into him, and he says, "Hey, I can show you how to make money on the stock market. I can show you how to invest. I can show you how to do these different things." Okay, you got my ear. How can I get in touch with you? How can I look up more information on you? I go to the internet to look up the information on you, but I don't see anybody that's given you a review, anybody that's done any business with you. I don't see nothing that says that you're successful at your business except for what you say
Out of your mouth. Because that's one thing. If you have a business, you want people to invest in it. You want them to become your customer, or you want them to become your sponsor. So all this other stuff, people, you don't have to believe, as they say, believe the hype. It just makes sense. If the person is not, if you're not their customer and they're not trying to get you as a customer or an investor, then what are they doing? They're just talking.
Right.
So I just wanted to point that out.
It's
Stock
called
market.
It's called advertising, and it's called advertising, Anton. That's what I do. Well, I want people to come to my show, so every Sunday, guess what I do, Anton? I advertise my show. People know what they're gonna get when they come to my show, because I tell them exactly what I'm gonna play. What's on the menu for the night? It's gonna be smooth, relaxing R&B for the next couple of hours, because y'all just came from the club. Go ahead,
And that
Charles.
goes back to what I just said. Either you want customer so they can come in and listen, or you want investors. Invest in your radio station. So,
Absolutely.
all this other stuff, you just throw it out the window. So I'm just trying to give you a real quick overview. We're just gonna put that out there, and then I'm gonna move on, let you finish your show.
No, go right ahead. Go right ahead.
For the stock market, again, that's up and down, has to be proven. You ain't got to believe that. Ebooks, financial guides, brand apparel and accessories, haven't seen anything advertised. I don't watch, so let me just say that. But I've not heard or seen anyone post anything that's advertised. Exclusive workshops, is that with the Fleece Johnson man? Is that considered a webinar and a workshop? I don't know.
That's exclusive. That's exclusive. Because shit, that man flirted with him. I don't give a damn what you say. I saw it for my own eyes. I like you.
Then you want to talk about assets. Okay. These are, have anyone actually seen these at all at one time? Is there a note on it? Luxury cars mean nothing. They lose value. So please, luxury homes, yeah, right. People have looked that up. Can't find anything. They found other names on there. Business platforms and all of that. Again, no. Stop it. Portfolio, again, no one has seen anything. It's just a whole word of mouth. So
okay, let me stop you right there, Sean. Go back up to that last one you were just reading. No, that's all right. I see you took it down, so no problems. I know I'm not a real estate agent, but I know enough real estate agents because of the business that I'm in. There's such a thing called MLS, and I think they have to be registered. So anyone that has a property up for sale, that you can go see the actual agent to get in touch with them. If you watch enough of these shows called the millionaire show, that where the guy was going around selling houses for millions and millions of dollars. Still, it was a listing of all the real estate agents. You could go see who's showing this property, who's selling this property, because sometimes they may not be the same people. There might be one person that's showing you the property, but there's another person that's really selling you the property. So is that what Anton is doing? I don't know. Possibility. Again, does the man have some kind of income? That's obvious that he does. But if I'm a businessman, I don't see anything that says, yes, this is something I would want to look into because, okay, yeah, you have this money, but where's your income coming from? Who are you dealing with? Where can I see where you sold this property? How long it took you to sell this property? How long did you sit on this? Who was your number one customer? He says he calls himself a real estate mogul. Go look up real estate mogul. I can guarantee you, type in the top 1,000, Anton Daniels' name does not show up anywhere. Hey, Letitia, how you doing? Good to see you. Welcome in, welcome in. His name doesn't show up anywhere. I'm just saying. Entertain the folks. Shar, let's go back to let me go and grab this
Your
clip
part
here.
2. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So just in general, an average person, either you're going to be a consumer or you're going to be an investor. It just one or the other. You're buying or you're investing in so you can get a return on your money. That's just how business is. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. So if a person don't have anything to offer you, then they're just talking.
Absolutely. So, folks, hey, Alex, how you doing, good brother? Good to see you. Welcome in, welcome in. So let's go to part 2 of it here, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I got to warn you, what you're about to hear is going to make you cringe.
Oh,
I got to put that out front, folks. It's really going to make you cringe. All right? So,
all right,
get ready.
Said we got ourselves another video. We got ourselves an Anton video. It seems like once again the women lose their minds. It happens a lot. It happens a lot on his panels. I don't know why. It always happens. But this is the kicker that y'all been waiting for. Jess and Jazz is back. So they brought back the Hardy Boys. If you watch wrestling, you know about the Hardy Boys. They brought them back. Then they have another person named Kelly. She shows up. I'm gonna give her a wrestler name, but I don't know it yet, but she shows up. These three, this is a triple threat. They are a problem. The conversation about Shannon Sharp again is about the age. I do not know what's wrong with people and just respecting that another person respect the law. I really think they really want to forcefully change the law, but not do the work to change it. They just want to tell people that, hey, yo, I want the law changed.
Well, let me start off with that, brother. How can they do that? Not unless they're an elected member of Congress. There's no woman, there's the general woman that's sitting around here now. Shaw, no disrespect to you. No disrespect to you, ABT. No disrespect to you, Angelica. No disrespect to you, Letitia. But none of y'all ladies can change the law, can you?
No, that would take some time.
Right. You can only advocate for a law change, but you can't change one, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm just checking.
Our heads and just our heads. So let's not follow the law, even though, I want to tell guys, ignore the law, but not ignore paying child support. It's the craziest thing I ever heard. But hold up,
Sure. Have you ever told somebody to ignore the law?
No. Why would I do that? No.
Ladies, put one or two down in the chat room. 1, if you told somebody to ignore the law, or 2, if you have never. I hate to do it like this, but I got to do what I got to do. Put a 2 in the chat room if you never told. Press 1.
Okay.
Okay. And so basically, again, no accountability off the rip. Off the freaking doggone rip. He's telling you that y'all ladies can make them commit crimes now.
I know I've mentioned something that would be considered a crime that I said I would do, but I never said that anyone else should do it. I just said that I would do it.
What's that? Right.
I gave the stories when we were doing the Saturday news, and I was talking about the article reactions. Someone had someone in their house squatting. And I said, oh, I wouldn't worry about that. I'll take care of that myself. I'm not going to go through no lengthy court, anything. That person going to be sleeping and they're going to wake up somewhere miles away and taped up somewhere. I said, I'm just going to have some little justice. Not telling anyone else to do it, but that's would be my remedy. I'll
Okay,
get you out my house.
those that opinion does not reflect of anyone here. Classic R&B jams, the chop shop.
No, only Char willing,
Okay.
and I stand on it.
All right, she stood on that. But let me read this comment right here. And I don't know how many times we've said this: behind the scenes, in front of the scenes, down the street, across the road, up the back, in the clouds. In my opinion, a multi-millionaire businessman don't have time to be online as much as Anton Daniels. As much time as he spends on YouTube, you're absolutely right. Because I've been watching the dude for intensely, and some folks call it hate watching, call it what the fuck you want, but you can't talk about somebody if you don't know what you're talking about. I can't tell you about a book I read if I never read it, right?
Right.
Okay, so as I've been watching him, I noticed for a guy that has a whole lot of time on his hands, and I've also gone to other channels that folks that are actually millionaires. They're never there. Their channel's running, but they're never there. As a matter of fact, I've never met a real millionaire on these YouTube streets yet. Have y'all?
No.
Okay. I mean, other than the celebrities, I'm sure a couple of them got a few millions, but for the most part, the average run-of-the-mill guy that we run up into, or the lady that we run into, they're not millionaires. And they damn sure tell you to hit the super chat. But when you go to their website, folks, guess what you're going to get? A plethora of information about what they do. I dare anyone to go to AntonDaniels.com and tell me.
Okay, I'm about to do that right now.
Go type it in, Char. Go to AntonDaniels.com and tell me if you see only anything over there that would answer your question of what kind of business this man into.
Okay.
Go tell me. Tell me right now, could you go over there right at that website and say, okay, yeah, let me go ahead and make this call right now because he seemed to know what he's doing.
It says, hi. I'm Anton Daniel. Shoot, I'll get ready. First thing I thought of was Tracy. What's Tracy last name? The comedian. Tracy.
I know you're talking about Hustle Man.
Yeah, I thought about what is that skit? Anyone help me out from Saturday Night Live? Shoot, I have to look.
Tracy Morgan. Tracy Morgan.
Yes, Tracy Morgan.
Yeah.
I love that skit they used to do. I have to Google it. I loved it. He's like, "Hi, I'm so and so." I can't think of the name of it. He just burst out and say it.
Yeah, he is quite funny. I think I know the clip that you're referring to, but I don't want to guess. But again, if you're looking at that website so far, have you see anything that says, let me look a little further?
I'm Brian Fellows. That's it. He just burst out in the middle of just anything. So as soon as I saw this, hi, I'm Anton Daniel, I thought about, hi, I'm Brian Fellows.
I told y'all this was gonna be a loose nigga roundup of epic proportion. Okay, listen, y'all didn't see me bring it up on the screen. Listen, that was a matter of free advertisement there right now. It just wasn't it. Go look up AntonDaniels.com. Now you tell me, what about that website says, this is somebody I would invest thousands of dollars with?
A picture of his YouTube page. This is, oh boy, the Negro standing next to the car. Right. Okay, that's the Trinky.
All that's missing is
shiny thing. There's nothing here. There's nothing to see here, folks.
All that's missing is the Jet Magazine pose, if you ask me.
There's nothing to see here.
Right, HT Ball 1. I could have done that. I mean, the website that I have for the radio station, I did that. I mean, it's not epic, but it's, that's the whole point of that. You probably did that website yourself, but man, of your means and stature, Anton, That's called in kind. You could have got somebody to in kind or doing a website for you while you do some free advertisement for them.
This is hilarious.
Yeah, ABT, just take our word for it. It's not. What do you say, Short? Nothing to see over there.
Nothing to see here. There's
Okay.
nothing to see here.
All right. I know we got derailed, folks, but y'all, I was trying to soften the blow of what y'all were about to hear. I really was. Okay.
Hitting this video, I need you to hit the like button, hit subscribe, hit notification bell. In the comment section, give me a thumbs up or a heart. Just let me know that it's real. But let's waste more time. Let's roll the clip.
Oh, you know what that was? Oh, that doo-doo, baby. Okay, first of all, is me and Shannon Sharp, we are from the South, okay? We got a different set of rules. Down there, if you can cross the street, you can get hit, okay? And
I'm gonna translate that since he says he's down from the South. What he's saying to you folks is that if you are old enough to walk across the street, he'll hit you, meaning he'll sleep with you. And I'm putting that nicely.
Wow.
That's exactly what that means.
Oh, wow.
And what his motto is 8 to 80, blind, cripple, or crazy. If she can't walk, he gonna carry her. But that's exactly what he's talking about, folks. That's exactly what he meant.
Oh, wow.
That if you're old enough to cross the street, excuse my language, I'm gonna say it roughly this time, so let me back up a little bit. What he's translating to you, since I'm from the country and I've heard some of these stupid niggas say just that, what he's translating to you just now, if you're old enough to walk across the street, you're old enough to get fucked.
Oh my goodness, I've never heard of that before.
That's exactly what he's saying.
Oh, wow.
Okay? And if you think I'm lying, listen.
that's what it means. So by her being 19, she is legal and she is ready for whatever. Y'all listen, if y'all don't like the law because the Bible say abide by the law of the land.
Hey, you want to quote the Bible?
Y'all
You believe in God.
Abide by the law of the land. Okay.
You don't even believe in God. How are you quoting the Bible?
You don't even believe in God, but yet you want to invoke the Bible.
He said, I like that part. I like that part.
I like that part. Let me use that. That's another one of the points that I point out. These niggas, in my what's his name? Umar
GMT
Johnson.
voice.
Yeah,
These
I'm gonna get to him.
Negroes.
These Negroes will sleep with a young girl if it's legal. They will sleep with an underage girl, 14, 15, 16, if it's legal. He just told you that. He's a law-abiding citizen. So if the law says it's legal for me to sleep with a 12-year-old, damn it, I'm gonna do it. See, that's why I call it the loose nigga roundup. You got to talk loose nigga gibberish sometime. Understand that this is what these niggas are saying. And they think they're being slick about it. Listen to this.
If the Bible say follow the law and Shannon follow the law, what are we talking about?
We're talking about a different intellect level. What because he's got God, but what did he think going into it? The prerequisite of dating somebody who just got out of high school is going to be you play stupid games, you get stupid prizes.
Hugh Hefner didn't get no stupid prizes.
He ain't Hugh Hefner.
This is what I think, right? To answer Q question, it is a double standard. First, answer your question, it is a double standard. Secondly, Shannon Sharp, I mean, you got to protect yourself. Men of certain stature, you got to protect yourself. These women ain't no good, man. I mean, if you think about it.
No, sir. It's not men that you have to protect yourself. Women, you have to protect yourself from men who think like this. If I would have been on that panel, as soon as he said what he said, click, I'd have got off. I don't want to be associated with this shit. Not me. Again, I hate to use the word, but no accountability from any of these brothers up on the panel. Y'all want to put the burden of being a grown person on a 19-year-old girl. And now you're up here trying to rationalize your questionable, at best, moral character, your moral fiber, at best. And I'm going to ask each one of you fellas up on the panel, I'm sure you've been asked it before up on this panel up here. What if you had a 19-year-old daughter and I showed up at your house? I'm fucking your daughter. But it would be hell to pay up in there, wouldn't it? Only reason y'all think this don't matter is because y'all think Shannon Sharp got a little bit of money. That's why you tried to invoke Hugh Hefner, and she shot that down right quick like, he ain't Hugh Hefner. Damn Skippy. He white. Shannon Sharp black. Hugh Hefner dead. Shannon Sharp still alive.
If we being real, if we want to be real, there's a small pool of good women to choose from. Most of the women we got to choose from ain't no good.
Nigga, I'd rather drown in that small pool of good woman than go ahead and stay afloat in a sea of ain't shitness. I don't know about you, but you cannot tell me that there's not some women out there in the good old United States of America and across the world that don't sell coochie for a living. You can't find none of them, but you want to blame it on those women because you decide that the only woman that you can find is the woman that you want to lead with your wallet first. Looking for love in all the wrong places. Looking for love in too many damn places. That was an old song back from the day.
So if you are a Shannon Sharp caliber type of man, you just have to protect yourself.
My boy. So I agree with you. Okay, it's 7 good women on this planet, and they scattered all over like Dragon Balls. I agree, but this what you tend to forget. She could have been one of them 7 Dragon Balls, but the money. Hold on, but the money, because the Bible speak about it. The love of money can.
No, I don't think that's Sexy Red there, Letitia. I don't think so. I don't know if Sexy Red knows of this panel or not, so I don't know if it's her or not.
Corrupt the person. All of these women on this panel,
you love it.
All of these women on this panel are sweet people. But if you tell them for $10 million, if you f that nigga over, we can get you this money. All of these women on this panel will change.
So, 2K, I have a question. In some sense, the consent.
Okay, I don't know what he was talking about this now, but listen. It depends on, just like HT Ball said, it depends on where you're shopping at. If you shopping in the garbage pail, what you expect to get out the garbage pail? Garbage. It's all about what you put yourself in front of. You put yourself in front of some good women, chances are you're going to come up with a good woman. If you put yourself in front of a bunch of women that's going to charge you for her services, guess what you're going to end up with? Sooner or later, you're going to go back to empty arm hotel, manage yourself. I just spent $25,000 on 15 minutes. Now, let's face it, the average sex session lasts only 13 minutes, so figure it out. That's not me, though.
Oh, I got a question. The consent in some states is 16. If you weren't married, would you dip into a 16-year-old? Yes or no?
What y'all thinking about to say? She can answer me that question right now. She can answer me that question next week. She can answer that question to me in the future. And this answer would still be the same. Hell no. With no conviction. What y'all think the answer y'all about to get here?
Yes, she's legal.
Hey.
No. Yep. And would you be okay with your 16-year-old daughter getting dipped on?
I'm a law-abiding citizen, okay?
So you lost your coochie at a 16-year-old. Is that what you're saying?
I'm a law-abiding citizen. If I'm not breaking the law,
come on, 2K. 16.
Age of consent is 16 with a parent's. I think it's like a parent consent or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the question. Okay, again, they try to justify it, saying the age of consent is a 16-year-old. You hear my man up there with the beard, Snuffy Smith up there. Old cartoons from back in the day, there was a cartoon called character called Snuffy Smith. That's what you'll look like, the black version of Snuffy Smith. But Snuffy says, if it's legal, he gonna do it. Fuck his moral fiber. Fuck who he is as a man. fuck if I have daughters when they turn 16. There's some old dude that's 45, 50, 60 years old. It's going to come to my house and start sexing up my teenage daughter at 16 years old. I don't give a damn who you are. Only thing you gonna meet the business end of a shotgun or a pistol. That's what's gonna go off in that house, not you. Sure.
I'm just laughing because you know, their desires are their desires. So, you know, I don't know if the guys didn't have their pick when they were younger, or, you know, their desiring is today. I don't know. But you know, they're just talking. So I'm hearing. I see what's going on.
Yeah. Let's let them talk long enough. But listen, let me address that question right there. I didn't have the pick of some of the girls that I wanted either. There's some girls I was like, damn, I wish I could get her. Approached up to her, I had to drop my head in shame because she ain't want me. Nah, I'm good. It just builds character. That's no means no. It means it just builds character. I don't mind being told no. Okay. For every woman out there that thinks I might be attractive, there is some women out there that think, damn, nigga, no. And I'm all right with that. But these niggas are not all right with that, short. Every woman is there for them. It's for their choosing. It's who they want. It's not that the woman has any choice in the matter. This is the vibe that I'm getting from these niggas. Is that the vibe that you're growing?
That's what's happening. One of the two.
It depends on the state.
Listen, bro, I'm just saying that the law is the law.
Okay, so you say you would. Okay, let's hear about the other men. Michigan, you would dip into a 16-year-old?
So the conversation is doing whatever right now, I see. It's not about us moving the age to 16 or whatever. It's about him following the law. Because now, are we saying that he deserves to have something happen to him even though he's following the law? Because what's the age we finna talk about right now? Because if he follows... You can't just do that with a 16-year-old. But still, if he's following the law and y'all are saying he's still doing something wrong, so y'all don't want to respect. Morals is subjective. I don't like it when people try to go the moral route when multiple people have different types of morals. Because if everybody's saying this right now, just put a liberal on the panel. You'll see how everything is different. So what are we saying? Are we following the law? Or are we finna say go away with the law? Then what's the rules now? Everybody's just remixing whatever they want to do right now. That's all I'm hearing.
No, I wouldn't. But how old are you, 2K?
Me? I'm in my 30s.
Bruh, 16?
Come on.
My dick won't even fit in a 16-year-old, bro. Just to be real.
Jesus Christ.
Shouldn't he
Yeah. Why would you even say some shit like that?
Wow.
Right. You know what that means? You done tried it, nigga.
Okay. I don't know, but that was a bit much there, sir.
Yeah. Like that's too much information, nigga. Well, y'all just say any damn thing. And don't think don't think somebody's not gonna catch it. Not here. Right. Everybody's in the gas. Not only me, not only Shar, but even the chat room was like, nigga, did you just say that?
Gee.
Right. What Bootsy, hit him one time with it.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
And now after that, I got to slap you too. Where's she at? Slap him one time.
What is the 5 fingers say to the face? What? Slap!
That was gross to say out loud.
16, bro.
But listen, okay, so bro, y'all be forgetting, okay, because we quick to call it predatory behavior, but there are a set of women who seek out older men.
They're predators too.
They're predators. Okay. Those women, those teachers in high school seeking out you little boys in middle school, they're predators.
That's not what he said. He said there's women seeking out older men. and y'all call them predators. You ain't talking about the teachers. Everybody already agreed that the teachers are predators because those are children.
I don't give a damn what profession they're in, whether they're teachers or whether they're nuns, whatever, whether they're working the office space or whether they're the mail lady. If you are a woman or a man seeking out the company of an underage child under the age of 16, 17, 18, you are a predator. That is not normal behavior for a grown adult to seek out the pleasures in the companies and especially have a sexual desire for a child. They have a special name for that. If it was okay, why would they need to give it a special name? If it was okay. Why would they diagnose it as it being a problem amongst grown adults that you have to literally go see a psychiatrist for? If it was okay for a grown man or a grown woman to fantasize on a child. You fucking idiot.
All right. Forget your age limit. What is what is the right age according to however old that you are?
30 for him because he was 56, at least 30.
You're too old to be her father. Let's start there. If you can be her father, let's not date that age.
If we're gonna put a limit on it, what about no more than 2 generations? Because Shannon Sharp is,
56.
I don't even know what that means.
He's her grandfather.
Like
That's
what?
I don't even know what that means.
Of course you know what it means. But again, folks, we're not going to go through, I'm not going to hold you this to very much longer. But this is the kind of shit that this guy, he says he's a millionaire. This guy of high family, of high moral fiber and character, that you go to his website, any place that you can hear him talk, says that he is a guy that's for the community. Anton Daniels, you have a daughter. What would you think about when your daughter turns 16, 17, 18 years old, that a bunch of grown men are sitting around plotting on a teenager saying it's legal? I don't think you would be a part of that conversation then if this conversation was happening in your household. I don't give a damn what you say. You call yourself a man of principle? No man of principle would have asked that question that you just asked. I don't have to be, as a grown man, I don't have to, anyone would have to walk up to me and say, what is your age limit on sleeping with a girl? Nigga, that's my business, but I can tell you what it ain't. Now, in the business that I'm in, when I do these parties, or when I do my live shows, or even when I do some radio, there are some women, young women, that are attracted to me, or vice versa, but within reason for me. I don't want no woman that I can't have a conversation with after I'm done with her, or after she's done with me. What the fuck we gonna talk about? What you gonna talk about at 35 with a 16, 17-year-old? What conversation could you have? When the mall open? What, we having ice cream for dinner? You think a 16, 17-year-old's worrying about paying bills? You think she's worried about what's gonna happen tomorrow if your car breaks down? You think that 16, 17-year-old gonna be there if you need to have hernia surgery? Or you pull your back? Or you think she's gonna be out hanging with her friends? It's men like you that I'm looking on this screen here, that just because the law says it's okay, that you will sleep with a teenager and then question grown men for having some kind of moral fiber about calling you out. If I had daughters, believe me, nigga, if I saw you in the street, I would point you out. See that nigga right there? I saw him on the YouTube streets. That nigga right there said he'll sleep with a young girl. Stay away from him, baby. Shar, before we go to our last clip, anything you want to add to this? Because I'm about tired of talking about this nigga, but I got one One more clip on him.
I'm Brian Fellows.
See, again, everybody's entitled to their opinion. And, to me, when your entire moral character comes into question, to me, there's nothing that you won't sell out for. There's nothing that you won't do in your pursuit of becoming rich. And I'm going to prove that point with Anton Daniels here. Let's continue. Told you, this is going to be a loose nigga roundup. Anton, I don't know if you ever see this or not. Not about whether you see it or not. I give a fuck whether you do or don't. This ain't really for you. But if you see it, and if you ever want to have a conversation with me, again, I don't have $2 million. I don't have a whole plethora of subs. But what I do have is a little bit of fucking common sense. I don't think you have common sense. So it'd be quite easy for me to rough you up a little bit. So you know where to find me. I tagged you.
Since we're on the subject of Trump, we might as well stay here, and then we're going to move over to UPS layoffs. Trump was actually pressed. Can you believe it? Pressed on tariffs and Pete Hegseth, and he made himself available for another interview, which I know that's surprising to y'all. Listen, you're used to politicians only going on platforms that support them, only going on platforms that they agree with. You'll never, ever see a person from a Democratic platform head over to a Fox News or
Well, if I'm correct there, Anton Daniels, Pete Buttigieg spend a whole lot of time roasting them niggas over there on Fox News. So we need to stop that right there. That's lie number one you told. Lie, don't care who tell it. I don't give a fuck what color shirt you got on. Now you deal into the real territory of what I really want to talk to you. Other that shit was fluff, bro. But now we're talking about real life situations here, my man. Real life situations that you are literally big up in Trump for a man that's destroying everything about us in front of your eyes. And you think this is okay for you to praise this motherfucker? No respect for Trump at all. I don't give a damn who says so. I have literally two shits to give about Trump. I really don't. I was hoping that 2-3 years ago, that the last time I said, I'm not going to do no more streams on Trump unless he does something stupid. I had no idea in 2025, I'd be talking about this motherfucker being the president of the United States. And I would have no idea that you, as a black man, Anton Daniels, would be praising him like you are right here. Take Trump's nuts out your mouth because you're not important to him. He will destroy you if given the chance, brother.
Conservative interview and have a conversation with somebody that, they may not necessarily care for. Even Biden. Biden never made himself available to the press like this. But Trump was recently sitting down with ABC for an interview inside of the White House, and he let them grill him.
What you forgot to tell him, Anton, see, this is again about you snake oil salesmen. Y'all don't like to tell the complete story. The guy that's sitting across from Trump chose him because Trump thought he was going to be friendly. He thought he was going to throw some softball questions at him, Anton. You neglected to tell the folks about that, did you?
J.D. Vance and Trump has been doing layups around the media, and they have no problem with taking questions from people that think differently than them. But this was him getting pressed at an interview. I have not watched it yet, so we're going to observe it together, and we're going to see what he has to say about tariffs and Pete Hegseth.
We begin tonight with the ABC News exclusive. Today marks President Trump's 100th day in office. And tonight, our Terry Moran sitting down with the president in the Oval Office. Terry asking the president about his tariffs, the economy, immigration, the war in Ukraine, and how the president answered when Terry asked if the president still has confidence in his defense secretary, Pete Hegseth, after those two group chats using the Signal app discussing military plans involving Yemen, U.S. military jets, and their timing. One of those chats included his wife. The president facing an historically low approval rating at the 100-day mark amid concern in this country over the president's tariffs and higher prices, fears of inflation. Tonight,
again, would you have nothing to say except listen? Because there's no reason for him to interrupt, because this guy is not saying anything. The president right now, the last time the approval rating of any president was this low, it was the last time Trump was in office. Anton Daniels, you as a millionaire should be quite upset with Trump, especially like H.T. Baldwin said, especially when it comes to these tariffs, because you're saying you're a man of many means, that you got your hands on all kinds of business. So the stock market couldn't have been friendly to you in the last couple of weeks. Am I missing something, Short?
Oh, his stock market is super chat, so he's straight.
Oh, okay. I thank you for that. Thank you for reminding me, because I know he wasn't talking about the real stock market.
Oh no.
Right.
Cash app,
Right. You couldn't be the average Joe and praising Trump for what's going on in the stock market, could you?
No.
You don't think so?
our first look at the primetime interview that airs tonight. Terry asking the president about his advice to Americans to hang tough and what that meant when it comes to the economy.
Well, you said something a couple weeks ago that struck me. You said concerning the tariffs, which economists say are going to raise prices, you said, quote, hang tough. Yeah. It won't be easy. You said that to the American people. Is that what Americans should expect, some hard times?
I've said that during my campaign. Look, we won a campaign by a lot. We won all 7 swing states. We won the popular vote by a lot. You know, we had a tremendous campaign. I said all these things during my campaign. I said, you're going to have a transition period. We've been ripped off by every country.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but he said on day one that the prices was going to come down. Did he not say that? 2 things he promised the American people if he was reelected. Number one, that he was going to get rid of all the illegal aliens, and your prices for food was going to come down. Those were 2 his main. The economy and immigration was what some people say he won the election on. Am I missing something, Shar? You fill me in anytime I'm wrong.
You got it.
Okay, so wasn't that his campaign promises? Didn't he just say that? He didn't say that. He said during his campaign it was going to be a rough transition. Did you ever hear Trump say during his campaign it was going to be a rough transition when I take office? By the way, Trump and Anton, Trump inherited one of the best economies in the modern era in the last 50 years. Where's it at now?
All over the world, they're laughing at us. They thought we were stupid people, and we were. And I said, that's not going to happen. We're not going to let that happen.
Hard times are ahead?
I don't think.
Trump, I hate to cut you off, because I know you hate to be a man that's hate to be cut off, but you don't ever need to use the word stupid around anybody. Somebody asked you to describe the Declaration of Independence. You couldn't even describe that. All you had to do was answer right quick, like it's how we gained our freedom. That would have been the end of that conversation, but you went on a tirade about absolutely nothing. That just tells me not only you don't know the Bible, you don't even know what the Declaration of Independence stands for. What it means to this country overall. So the last thing that you should be calling anybody is stupid.
I think so. I think great times are ahead. Look, since I came in, gasoline is down, groceries are down, egg prices are down, many things are down, just about everything.
No, sir. Egg prices are not down. No, sir. The last time egg prices was this high, guess when the last time egg prices was this high, Shar?
When?
Trump was in office.
Okay.
Trump was in office. Guess what the national price of eggs is right now?
$7.
$6.38. Guess what the national price for eggs was when Biden was in office?
$4.
$4.22.
Close again.
So the stock market was at a record all-time high before Trump came into office. Guess what? Guess how many people's savings been wiped out in the last couple of weeks because of Trump and his tariffs? Yeah, a lot of people. Too many to count. Too many to count. You are aware. I know you do, but you are aware that I think that some people out there don't know that we pay tariffs. You think Anton is aware of that?
Yes, he's aware. I'm pretty sure.
As a businessman, you would think he would be aware of that. So my question to you, Shar, as a businessman, why would you be rooting for Trump?
That's the thing to do on YouTube. So there you go.
I wouldn't even call that keeping up with the Joneses, because shit, according to Trump, you about to be broke.
You don't have the drop in fuel and energy and oil like we did. I took it from maybe $3.20, maybe more than that, down into a much lower number. When you have that kind of a drop, you're not going to have inflation.
Not now, but it's the tariffs, right? We still have 145% tariffs on China. Your Treasury Secretary said we basically have an embargo on China.
Look, you're trying to say something's going to happen.
Why, when people interview Trump, it's almost like a debate instead of it actually being an interview?
Because he lies so damn much. You have no choice. That's why, Anton, because he lies so much. Everything that's come out of Trump's mouth other than his name has been a lie. That's easily fact-checked. The price of eggs, easily fact-checked. The economy, easily fact-checked. The fact that he took a Photoshop on this same interview, folks, that he took a Photoshop of this guy over there that's being held in the Venezuelan prison and said this was him. This is the president of the United States. Now saying you're trying to say something. No, Trump, he's not saying anything. Though the economists are saying the tariffs that you're imposing on China and these other countries is going to put this country in the recession. So Anton Daniels, as a businessman, how could you be rooting for this guy? $7 trillion loss. $7 trillion. Can't get it back. Or maybe you're going to ask your girl, Marjorie Taylor Greene, how she come up with all her money from her rags to riches story. And he doesn't, Black Hawk. And he doesn't. The thing about the stock market is, folks, you got to buy your way onto the stock market. Everybody is aware of that. Your company has to have a certain amount of money, as they say, loose change. Since we're doing the loose nigga roundup, you have to have so much equity that you have to buy a seat on a stock exchange. You just don't get one. They just don't give it to you. But as Black Hawk said, none of Trump's businesses are traded on the stock exchange. That's why when you hear him talk about the stock exchange, he says it really doesn't make a difference to me, because he's not going to lose no money. He didn't lose any money when the stock market crashed. He didn't lose no money at all.
You're supposed to answer the question or allow for him to answer the question fully and then ask another question, or you can ask a follow-up question, or you can start to press him a little bit more. But the thing that I hate, the thing that I absolutely despise, and I don't even like it when it came to Kamala Harris, even though she didn't allow for anybody to really press her, her people was very adamant about that, is why don't people let them answer the question, but they always want to continue to try to cut Trump off? I still don't think that he gets the respect that he deserves. He's right. Prices are lower. Prices is down. The same thing that he came into. We know that they were saying it was a bird flu and they had to get rid of a whole bunch of chickens and all of this stuff. And people, oh, no, because watch egg prices. Egg prices is low. Gas prices is lower. Inflation is down significantly. And so,
Anton, you're just as bad as Trump, because none of that you said was true just now.
He's firing everybody.
Right. He's firing everybody. And let me go ahead and say this, folks. I don't want to make this a black and white issue, but the majority, y'all do know, majority of us that work for the federal government looks like us, sure. Y'all do know that.
Yeah.
So it really is us that he's firing.
Why don't people acknowledge that? Why don't people acknowledge that their cost of living is down significantly?
Because it's not.
Gas is $2.74 where you at. When the last time we had $2 gas?
You haven't had $2. The United States of America as a whole hasn't had $2 gas. The national average for gas right now, ladies and gentlemen, is $3.16 a gallon. How do I know? Because again, there is the entity that tracks every gas station in the country that sells gas. And they go to a national average. So the national average, whether you're on the West Coast, the Midwest, or the East Coast, the national average is $3.16. Now, is there some gas stations that could be selling some $2.74, $2.54 gas somewhere? Let me know. I bet you there's a line outside.
When is the last time that we had $2 gas? I don't even remember the last time we had $2 gas.
Folks, again,
how has your life been affected negatively in the first 101 days since Trump has been in office?
Well, Anton, that's an easy answer. All you have to do, go to the thousands of people that's lost their job, that's been laid off, that's Social Security,
funding had been cut for a lot of places.
Right, for schools, HBCUs, different Head Start programs. There's a whole lot of people's life that's been upended because of Trump's 100-day policies. And just think, we're only in the first 100 days, folks. We still got a couple years to go. Sure.
That's it.
What prices are high, Jerome? What prices are high? What prices are you paying that's high? Jerome, what prices are high? What are you paying higher prices on? Tell me what it is. Because I haven't seen it.
Right. Everything's high.
Chicken.
Right. I don't give a damn what you buy. Everything is high right now.
Neck bones. You told me about the neck bones last week, right?
Yeah, the neck bones. Even neck bones is high. Right. The neck bones is high. Everything is high. Toothpaste is high. Washing powder is high. You know, in the country, we call it washing powder. Y'all call it detergent. Washing powder is high. Toilet tissue is high. Cat food is high. Nobody escaped Trump's first 100 years, not even the dog.
Yeah, I know my half and half creamer is
that's high.
Increasing 20 cents every time I look around. I'm thinking about just going straight black coffee. I'm thinking about it.
And I can't drink straight black coffee, so I'm gonna have to say I'm willing to pay them prices because I can't do it.
You could try it and you'll get used to it, but I'm just deciding if I'm gonna do that or not.
I don't know. That would be like drinking hot pond water. No, thank you. But Anton, everybody's feeling the crunch of this first 100 days of Trump. So what are you talking about?
There's a lot of companies that are doing decreasing their prices because people are not shopping.
Right. Absolutely is. And folks, let me say this. Okay, we know we're going to have an immigration problem. And again, not being disrespectful to the migrant workers, but they're not here this year to pick that fresh fruit, folks. They're not here this year. So come when the first harvest start to come up, when you start seeing squash and watermelons and tomatoes and all these things that's being planted right now that are starting to grow, that come the harvest time, when it's ready to come to hit your grocery shelf, you're going to start pay a couple extra dollars for it. So Anton, I'll ask you again, good brother, me knowing what I know, even in the landscaping business, we had to tell out some of our customers, a lot of the customers, we got to go up a couple bucks on you. Gas is high. Equipment's high.
Some people will say that I'm so far removed, so I don't understand, I don't get it, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Which prices are you talking about that's super high? $284 in Tampa? That's pretty good.
Well, I happen to have some folks that live in Tampa, and I called my man directly and said, hey, man, what's the average price for gas around there? He said about $3.20 a gallon. So who the fuck are you talking to in Tampa? I just happen to know some people, some close friends in Tampa, and I'm calling just because he think I'm fitting to throw the bullshit with him. I had a direct question for you, man. You live in Tampa. How much gas up there? $3.20 a gallon, depends on where you go at. You might find it for $3, but usually it's about $3.20, $3.19 a gallon.
Mm-hmm.
He just gonna lie to me for no reason.
Right. Make sense.
And that's another thing, Black Hawk, with the people scared that the prices are gonna go up, the grocery stuff will becoming more empty and emptier every day. Bottled water, that's depending off the shelf. So a lot of the toiletries, like toilet paper, folks start getting it when it gets closer to the panic. Folks start panicking. They buying now and worrying later. You take too long of breaks in between, man. Talk.
Energy prices is high? When?
Yeah,
I'll just
man.
be talking. What energy?
Go ask Canada if they didn't jack up the prices on the American public when it comes to energy prices. Ask them folks in New York and that relying on energy if their gas prices did not go up, if their electricity bill did not go up in the first 100 days of Trump, because of the tariffs that Trump said he was going to throw on Canada. So Canada threw some retaliatory tariffs on Trump. Ask these folks in red states that these other countries are directly targeting because of Trump. You support Trump, we're going to hit y'all first. But Anton Daniels is a businessman, folks, so these are the things that he should be telling you.
Energy prices is high, Jerome. Y'all literally just be talking. Y'all just be talking. The prices are not high.
So all these folks, Anton, all these folks in the news that's saying prices are skyrocketing, that's going to be calling for a recession on the horizon. All of these folks, they use the word far removed, that you try to take yourself out of knowing what the fuck you're talking about, saying maybe I'm just far removed from society. As a businessman, how could the possible world could you be that far removed? I'm asking all these questions, and I'm saying all this for a reason, folks. This man says that he can make you some money. This man advertises that he could make you some money. He could make you filthy rich. But here, when he thinks no one's really paying attention, when he knows he's just amongst his loyal supporters, he can say any damn thing and get away with it. Not yet. Hey, Miss J. Lynn, how you doing? Good to see you. Welcome in, welcome in. Not here. No, sir. Not today, not tomorrow. We called it out here. Again with the long breaks. Nigga, talk.
You're welcome to speed it up, you know.
249 in Jackson?
I want y'all to hear all the lies. That's why I'm trying not to touch it.
Interesting. Eggs high, food prices high, says life-changing vibe. All right, well, let me look it up. Maybe you're right.
Ain't no maybe, he is right. But again, this is for the folks that support Anton Daniels. Why?
Yeah, you have to be in the loop of things if you're going to help someone. Especially we're talking finances. Hello.
Something just ain't adding up. There's no accountability going on here.
Oh no.
He says that he is a guy that can help you achieve riches amongst your wildest dreams. Got to take his course, sign up for his Patreon. But here he's telling you, I'm out the loop. Let me look it up.
Oh boy.
What's the name of that show that he does on Monday again, Sharp? What is the name of that?
Something millionaire. That's all I know. The word millionaire's in there.
Don't watch that shit.
Is it only on Mondays or is it every morning?
Well, it's the morning millionaire show. That's what he calls it. The morning millionaire show. You're going to be broke by noon listening to that nigga.
Now, how many eggs are y'all eating every day?
What?
Oh, my goodness. Can we go a little fast or anything? Please help me.
Eggs is $2.89.
No, it ain't. He reading up.
What?
Listen.
Get out of here. Click.
Nigga, right. Listen. See, this is the problem with folks. I can't stand liars. Sure, I know you hate liars too. So you go back and look at pull up a old advertisement. Folks, tell me when the last time you went to the grocery store and a carton of eggs cost you $2.79. Just because you say it, Anton, that don't make it so. I know damn well. I went to the grocery store the other day, and I know I spent at least $12 on eggs, because I eat fried eggs. I eat boiled eggs. I might make cake. I might make a cake, and I use eggs in that. I might make some Chinese food and fried rice. I'd use eggs in that. This nigga asked me how many eggs I eat. Nigga, I don't know.
What they got to do with it? If a dozen is $6, it's $6. Whether I eat 1 or 3.
Right.
I can't take this.
We almost done, Shaw. We almost done. Okay. I know. Hold on.
Okay.
Clutch your
If
purse.
you want to get the big pack for the extra large eggs, you can get it for a little over $3.
He's saying that, okay, folks, we know that, folks, there's the dozen eggs, and then there's the 18 pack. He said that you can get the big pack of 18 eggs for a little over $3. Nigga, wait a minute.
What did the 5 fingers say to the face? What? Slap!
Oh, nigga, please.
Listen, Anton, I don't go shopping that often. I go enough to know that what you're saying right now is bullshit. I know that right now. But this guy here tells you he can make you a whole lot of money, folks. He can make you a whole lot of money. Lots and lots of money. I want money. Lots and lots of money.
If you want to get 180 eggs,
oh, come on.
It's $60.
180.
$4.22. Grade A cage-free large eggs is $4 at Walmart.
To building houses.
You don't know that. You don't know whether or not China's going to eat it.
That's mathematics.
China probably will eat those tariffs, but at 145, they basically can't do much business with the United States. And they were making from us $1 trillion a year. They were ripping us off like nobody's ever ripped us off. And by the way, we have other countries that were just as bad. If you look at the European Union, it was terrible what they've done to us. Every country, almost every country in the world was ripping us off. They're not doing that anymore.
The president there on his tariffs during this wide-ranging primetime interview tonight. Terry also asking the president about his defense secretary, Pete Hegseth, and whether he still has confidence in him. Here's what the president said.
I want to ask one question about Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth. There's a lot of turmoil at the Pentagon right now. There's the signal chat with his wife on it where he's discussing that attack in Yemen. There's another signal chat discussing the attack on Yemen. There's a reporter accidentally involved. You said the other day that you had a talk with the secretary. Did you take him to the woodshed?
What
kind of question is that?
And whatever I said, I probably wouldn't be inclined to tell you. But we had a good talk. He's a talented guy. He's young. He's smart, highly educated. And I think he's going to be a very good hopefully a great defense secretary, but he'll be a very good defense secretary.
You have 100% confidence in
I don't
Pete
have 100% confidence in anything. Okay, anything. Do I have 100%? It's a stupid question. Look,
it's pretty important.
I have no.
It's a stupid question.
You don't have 100%.
No, it's not a stupid question, Anton. It's a fair question of the President of the United States. The President of the United States should not show any weakness. And you're absolutely right, H.T. Baldwin. China does not need us. We need China. As a matter of fact, Anton Daniel, you're a businessman. Why haven't you mentioned the fact that Trump and his cronies and his wife, to be exact, and some few other people have business interests in China? Isn't that what's the thing I'm looking for?
Conflict of interest?
Isn't that a conflict of interest? Yes. China needs to say China needs us more than we need China is a farce. Because I can tell you throughout the life that I've lived, if I flipped over a plastic plate, if I picked up a toy, if I looked at the box, something came in, a lot of that shit said made in China. And there we go. Shop like a millionaire, Temu. That's the only thing that didn't hit Trump's tariffs. Wonder why? Because everything is cheap there. Shop like a millionaire. I know we're almost finished, Shard. It ain't long now.
Only a liar would say I have 100% confidence. I don't have 100% confidence that we're going to finish this interview.
We will.
Of course, the interview.
I don't have 100% confidence that we're going to finish this interview.
We will.
Of course.
I don't even know why Trump makes himself available to these reporters that are on the opposite side. I don't. To be that arrogant and to sit in front of somebody and tell them, yeah, we will. That's crazy. Trump has the patience of Job, honestly. Like,
see, this is the problem that I'm having with folks like you, Anton. You didn't address anything that reporter asked Trump. I was expecting you to say something about the tariffs. H.T. Baldwin, you was expecting Anton to say something about the tariffs. But this is what they do. Misdirection and deflection. Instead of addressing what the reporter was talking about, you will say you don't see why Donald Trump would go to a hostile place to be interviewed. Trump picked this motherfucker that's interviewing him, Anton. You've neglected to tell you folks that. He picked the folks. He thought this dude was going to be loyal to him. And then guess what? After this interview, Trump went on Truth Social and ripped this kid apart. Did you tell you folks that, Anton? Let me finish this last little bit here. Then I'm going to wipe up who is Anton Daniels. I didn't say wrap up. I said wipe up because he left a whole lot of shit on my floor.
To be granted an interview and to be that repulsive in the interview is just disrespectful, if you ask me.
Of course, the interview did continue. You did finish it. The president was, and we should point this out, willing to answer a multitude of questions here. Let's bring in Terry Moran. He's live at the White House tonight. Terry, of course, I read through the entire transcript. You asked about the economy, immigration, the war in Ukraine. You asked about Elon Musk and Doge, the federal cuts. This is a wide-ranging conversation tonight.
It sure was, David. We covered a lot of ground. As you say, the president was really eager to talk about immigration, his efforts on the border. That's something that he considers a big success. We also talked about Vladimir Putin and whether or not President Trump still trusts him. And we got a rare look inside the Oval Office that he has really transformed. It was fascinating.
We look forward to it. Terry Moran.
Again, folks, this is a millionaire right here. This is a guy. Again, according to what we saw, Shar will give credit where credit's due. This is a guy that has some financial stability. He does. I'll give him that. Credit where credit's due, folks. Not trying to tear down. This is correction and instruction. Anton, you have a big platform. There's plenty of people that listen to what you say. Words matter, sir. Words have a difference. Words make a difference in people's lives. There's a lot of people, brothers and sisters, that listen to you. Now, here was your chance to shine the right way, but you chose instead to feed us a line of bullshit that we could have got from Fox News or Trump or anybody else with Trump's balls in their mouth. A grown man. You should have said something about Pete Hegseth. That tells me you were never in the military. Because anybody that was in the military got something to say about Pete Hegseth right now. That he is the worst Secretary of Defense that Trump could have ever chose. This man put military secrets, military war plans on a signal chat and shared them with his wife. Not once, not twice. So that means 3, 4, 5 times hasn't come out yet. Because imagine this, what they tell you, imagine what they don't tell you. With that, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, who is Anton Daniels? Nobody that I would listen to. Nobody that I would put my hard-earned dollars in and say, you know what's going on. Who is Anton Daniels? There's a guy named Mediocre Tutorials. I didn't know how I ran across him, but down in the lounge. Hold on just a second. Let me short this. This is the last thing I'm gonna cover on him. Down in the lounge there, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, down in the description, there's a link to this website, and there's a whole lot more disparaging comments about Anton Daniels on this website. I have never listened. I'm sure I have heard of mediocre tools, the tutorials before. They call them MTR, but I've really never watched any of his stuff. But this is some of the things that was on that website over there. Who is Anton Daniels really? Finance. Nowhere else to ask. Nowhere else to ask this. So I thought I would be a good place to start. If I'm wrong, I do apologize. Could you point me to the right direction that I'll go? On one post, for years now, I've been trying to figure out who Anton Daniels really is. Not really him, the person, but Anton is the businessman. He claims to be a multimillionaire, talks out giving out game, talks about properties, business, making content, all the while working on a 9-to-5 currently. It's not from me, Anton. This is from a website that was unbeknownst to me that popped up when I typed your name in. He says he's an open book. He documents everything, but has never stated what his business was that got him there. If asked about why, he still says, well, he's still very much involved in those businesses. Well, pretty much again, folks, if you go and ask Anton what his business is, he won't tell you. He'll tell you to go to his Patreon, sign up for it, and then you'll know. Would you do that, Shar?
Nope. I already know what the business is.
The business is bullshit. And how much he can sell to you to get you in the door. It's the old bait and switch. I got so much things. Listen, Anton, do you have the gift of gab? Yes, you do. Are some things you speak about right? Yes, they are. But in this case, bro, the shit that I've showed here tonight, nothing right about this, bro. Not the way you talk to women, not your political views, not your views on Trump, you didn't mention anything about raising children. But if you raise your children around dudes like this, you in trouble. Me personally, I think the internet lives forever. So anything that you say on the internet will last forever. I don't ever want to come back later on and watch and listen to the people that's come look at. I know I won't be around 20 years from now, 30 years from now, 40 years from now, 50 years from now. Who knows? No man, no woman knows the hour. But in case if I am, and I run into somebody that runs across me the YouTube street and says, granddad or great granddad or unc, you really talk like this? Is that your real views? I'd be embarrassed, Anton Daniels. I'd be embarrassed. I wouldn't tell nobody in my family, if you was my brother or somebody was related to me, that you got a website. I wouldn't tell nobody that was in business or looking to do business with somebody. I know a guy named Anton Daniels. Because what I've seen from you, bro, you need some lessons. You don't need to give lessons. You need some lessons on how to advertise and market yourself correctly. You do have a knack, some parts of it right, but a lot of it, bro, you're missing. With that, Sharp, we're going to wind this on down. Anything you want to say before we get up out of here?
I'm Brian Fellows.
We'll be back next week, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not sure what we're talking about. Again, if you don't mind, ladies and gentlemen, please like, share, and subscribe. Again, if you got some comments that you want to talk about, please leave them in the comment section. Again, if you leave me a nasty gram, Sharp, tell them what I'm going to do.
He going to give you one back.
Okay, so now y'all know, if you leave me a nasty gram, I'm definitely going to leave you one back. In the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, let me speak on my radio station. Please, if you don't mind, check out Classic R&B Jams Radio. It's a 24-hour internet radio station. Has some great DJs there. One of them has been in the conversation with us here tonight, HT Ball 1. Check him out Thursday evenings from 11 to 1 a.m. with a Soulful House Mix Show. And also before that, we have some more DJs on Dreadhead Said. But me personally, you can check me out live on Sunday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Also on Tuesday nights, Eastern Standard Time. Sunday nights, I play smooth R&B and some requests, new music. Tuesday nights, I play some smooth jazz, indie jazz as well. So if you folks have a hankering to, we have a interactive chat room. You can come in and sit in with us there. Or you can just click on one of the websites or web pages or one of the links and listen for yourself. Let me know if we can do anything to make your listening experience better here or on the radio station. With that, folks, thank y'all so very much. But I got to go. If you listen to some jazz, my man Jeff D is on right now with the GDCD as well. So y'all check that out. I got to go. Thank you so very much. Until next time, be safe. Y'all have a good night. Remember, grace today costs you absolutely nothing, ladies and gentlemen. Say hello to someone. Might change the way they're thinking, might change the way they're living. You never know. If you walk past and don't say hello.
Look, all you motherfuckers been snitching for him and shit. Well, now you standing up in here and goddamn it talking about preacher. Fuck that nigga. Fuck that. I'm gonna shoot your ass too, motherfucker. Keep on. You gonna get shot too, nigga. You gonna get shot. God bless the fool, goddammit. God bless the fool. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I'm gonna end this goddamn thing. Look, where's that goddamn money bowl at? Who got that money bowl? We taking that money right now before you leave this bitch. We ain't leaving out here for free, motherfucker. Yeah. Y'all know the motherfucker ain't no good. Look,